You on the... There we go.
There we go.
You guys are live on camera. You can't talk right now, but you can be seen. So
well,
you can keep talking
I'll just keep doing
them.
my spiel while
Just
Blair
keep
unmutes
spieling.
them.
Just keep
And
spieling.
waiting for him to give me the thumbs up that everything's all good. And then, wait, one more time. How do we get those donations in during the game? Just go to andreasadventurers.ca and click on the donate button, which I'm sure we'll post the link here in the chat. And your donations will come up live on the stream.
The QR code is
Kermit
also
will flare. Oh, Blair tells me the QR code is now live up on the stream, so you can also go, highlight that with your phone and make a donation there. And oh, there's the direct link. Perfect. Thank you, Really Star.
Okay.
There's the direct link. Okay.
All right, GM, unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Can you talk? Oh, hold on. I can't actually hear.
Blair's gotta actually do some stuff.
Let's see here. Speaker, real output. Speaker output. All right, now try it.
Go YVR. You can always tell us who you want to give your donation to, and we can
I can't hear him.
backdate
Why
it.
can't I hear him?
Oh,
no!
Technical issues.
Technical
while
difficulties.
he's
Real tech. It's there.
technical difficulties.
Hold on. I tested everything, and I guess I forgot to test this part of it.
Technical difficulties.
That one. How about now?
Hello, 1, 2.
Okay, he's going
Checking.
through, but I can't
1, 2,
hear him.
3.
So it must
Okay.
not
Can
be
you
through my
all
audio system.
in Chatland hear our GMM players? Can you hear them? Because we can't
Can
hear
you
them here.
hear
But if
this
you can hear them, we
voice?
can hear. Okay, they're good to go.
Oh.
Okay, I am passing
Okay.
you over to GM Shane and our adventurers.
Okay, awesome. Wow. Very happy to be here. This is my first time ever doing any kind of like live stream DMing thing. So yeah, just very, very grateful to get to do this. And also this is my first time seeing the faces of these players and wow, stunning. All of these people. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody and kind of meet you in this wonderful virtual world. But that's the nice thing about games like these. No matter where we are, we can play, we can support, we can show up, we can be in that chat. Yeah, we're gonna do introductions of your characters and games, but I would love a quick introduction of each of you as people. If you would like to go around, why don't we start with Jess? If you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
How's sound? Good? Yay! Awesome. Hi, I'm Jess. Character introduction or?
No character yet.
Okay.
Just you. You can just say hi, I'm Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess.
Wow, that's Jess, everyone. All right, next we have Xtina.
Hi guys, I'm Xtina, otherwise known as Greekachu on the internet.
Okay, and Reuben.
Hey, it's Reuben. I run the Diabolical Dungeoneer. I've got some things up for auction there, so donate, guys.
Yes, please, 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 please. I have a little writing thing here. Donations equal crit 20 heart. And also Reuben, there's like a bit of scratchiness happening with the mic. All good if you can't fix it, but just to let you know. And finally, we have Fuzz or Fizz or Flux. They told me they would change it every single time that I said one or the other.
Flux online mostly. I like food, RPGs, and food. So this was the perfect one to pick.
So happy to hear that. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I also like food and RPGs and food. Okay, awesome. Well, players, here's the fun thing. So apparently you are already gods because of what these awesome people have been donating. So I have all of these things to hand out. I'm going to start with Inspire the Players. I'm going to give you start the game with inspiration. So I'm going to take one of those away. So make a note of that. And then we're going to hop right in and roll initiative. Yes, we're going right into it.
Great, love it. That's a good way to start.
Yeah.
So this would be a really good time for me to mention that I took an item that gives me advantage on initiative. Yes?
Well,
Nice.
hey, I guess you're going to have to roll with advantage then.
Okay. I did this after I sent you my sheet and I edited it. So you would
How
be
dare
forgiven for
not
not knowing that.
Cool. That sounds great. Yeah, please do it. Okay. Yeah. First one, Xtina, why don't you tell me what you rolled there?
Oh, we're coming in hot with a meaty 8.
Ooh, a mediate.
Yes.
Love the adjective, the cooking adjective. If you didn't already have inspiration, I would have thrown that to you, but what are we going to do, These people are just giving it. Yes, and a reminder, please do donate. This is an awesome charity, and yeah, I'll be saying it all throughout the game. Okay, next, Jess, what'd you get for your initiative?
We're twinning tonight, Rikachu. We are also an 8 over here.
Okay.
That is with advantage.
Cool. Sometimes I play Dex rules. Sometimes we just choose. I think it's always fun to work in tandem. So I'll give that to you. I'm going to put, I don't know who has the higher Dex. I mean, these are brand new characters. So for now, I'm just going to put Vola on top. But remember that you can switch and do like tandem attacks and stuff like that. Okay, Reuben, what'd you get?
14.
Okay, and finally, Fuzz.
I got a raw 20.
A raw 20. Straight from the fridge.
No nat.
No nat, though. We're no. A dirty, a cumulative.
Dirty. Cumulative 20.
Okay, awesome. So our friends that we've just met here disappear as their characters take their place. I'm just going to say it. The camera comes down and we see ourselves enter into the Valley of Promise, this place where people from all over, all different types, have been able to like come together and find just essentially the Valley of Promise. The name is for chasing one's dream or providing for what one wants. And specifically, we're going to be looking at this little town called Bulbury. It's a little hamlet. Full of halflings. You can, for those who like a good image in their head, you can think like the Shire kind of vibe or like classic medieval feels. And we see along the riverside, there seems to be 4 people with weapons drawn that are running around it, tackling some kind of plant monster that has like caught itself in the water wheel at the edge of this farmland. First up, that's you, Fuzz. I want you to describe your character and tell me what you're doing on your turn as you see that this creature is attempting to go for the farmer's chickens, just this lashing out plant monster. Oh, can't hear you.
I should unmute a little bit. So I am playing Fizz, Flux, or Fuzz, whichever comes up, who is a bugbear wizard. Because if we're doing something online and fun, I'm going to do something online and fun. And their clothing is very much like Radagast. There might be some mold. There's some, different bird and other animal, dirt and grime. But they're very happy and very a good old Canadian drop bear, though, for you folks. Now, seeing this evil plant monster roll off here, we're going to do a good old create bonfire right off the bat to cook up some veggies with our meal.
Absolutely.
So, let's see here. The dex save for the plants is 14 for me.
Okay, we're going to roll them. Here's the thing. Rolled a 14, but a giant lumbering plant monster, not very dexterous. So that is going to be a fail. So tell me how much damage that thing gets. And a reminder that Reuben or Collywobble is on deck.
Perfect. I got the highs and the lows. That's a 10 for those 2d8s with a +1, I think, so 11.
11 damage. Okay. It does not like this thing. You see that arm that's lashing out for the farmer's chickens that are running, scurrying about, just gets roasted and it just like crumples out there and it turns to set its eyes on you. Okay, that's Collywobble. Why don't you give me a little physical description and tell me what you're doing?
Sure. Collywobble's a little halfling guy, and he's got like a giant skillet that's kind of acting as a shield, and he's got a cleaver too, and he's just kind of like running in there, dodging like whatever's going on, like shooing the chickens out of the way, and like, guys, I think there's some problems over here.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of a nervous disposition.
Yeah. You see the farmer runs out. You see this halfling that Titus Bellflower, is yelling at you, just saying, "Oh, of course we have a problem. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to get in there? I thought you were one of those hearing types."
I was mostly talking to these guys. Just get out of the way. And I'll jump in and take a swing at this plant creature.
Rock and roll.
All right, the first one's probably going to whiff it with 11.
You see that it just missed. You know what? In fact, as you see that this guy is like pressuring you in this situation, and you have this nervous disposition, that aspect of anxiety just like comes up and clamps, and you see that you miss it, and this creature going for your comrade there. You see this opening, and you're like, oh, if I just like let myself fall a little bit into the river here, you think that you can get a pretty good hit. Do you want to take that?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
You get a nat 20 because of a donation.
Oh.
So you can roll a nat 20.
Okay.
Thank you guys for donating.
Thank you.
You get more antics like that for the donations.
Like I swing, but then like at the last minute kind of like leap.
Yeah.
A little bit of inspiration there. Okay, so what do we got? It'll be a one-handed because I have my shield out.
Yeah,
so we got,
absolutely.
4 total there, and I'll add another dice on there.
Okay.
4 plus a 4, so 8.
Okay, it is
slashing
looking
damage.
mighty hurt. So Vola, Zip, you see this thing has got roasted. Now it's got like kind of, as the cut goes into it, it's set offside. The prep for dinner has already started. What are the two of you gonna do? And Vola is technically going first, so I'll let you kind of plan out first, and then you can pitch it off.
Well, I mean, so Vola has a lot of talents. She really does. They really do. Cooking is not one of them. So they're gonna turn to the person they know can cook, and they're gonna look and go, how can I support you in really making your talents just blossom? Like, how can I do that?
Can you hit it with something?
So
It should probably not be alive when we go to make dinner with it.
you know what? I think I have something. I can hit it with words. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna see. Can this thing take psychic damage? That's a good question. Hey,
We're about to find out.
Okay, there's no note, so here we go. It's gonna roll. Oh, so wise. It's a wisdom save, right? For Vicious Mockery?
I think it is just a straight.
Let me just pull
Oh
it
no,
up.
it is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay, awesome. So yes, with a nice solid, a meaty 8. Is that what we're calling them? Meaty 8?
Meaty.
In this
meaty
case,
8.
a vegan meat of sorts. It fails the check. Please roll that damage.
Right. 4.
4. That's the highest it goes, right? Oh no, I guess you have the
No.
2. No, yeah. Yes, our players are level 6 for this, as an FYI. Okay, nice. It is truly so hurt and also a little bit emotionally distraught at this moment. What did you say for Vicious Mockery again?
You look a little wilted, darling. You know what? It's over. I think.
You see, it just starts to shrink down and accept its fate as this. Sorry, I'm giving it too much personality. It is a very chaotic creature. It is constantly attacking these monsters and stuff. It just doesn't know what to do with itself. Finally, Zip, that's you.
Yeah, tell it what it means to be that plant. That's what you should do. That's good. Yeah, we all yell at our food sometimes when we're making it. I'm gonna stab it now, and she's gonna take out her sunblade and try to attack with that. She gets. Oh boy! Hopefully that works. That's a 17 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, 17 definitely gonna hit this thing.
Sweet. So this blade is being wielded by a blue-haired fairy that's sort of like a little frazzled by this plant because, quite truthfully, her home area in the cooking is baking. It's not really making actual food. So this is a little out of her field. So she's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Totally, completely. Yep, I'm just going to cut this thing.
Awesome.
And then let's see.
The damage.
Yeah, for sure. So she's doing a D8 plus 5, it looks like. That is a total of 9 damage.
9 damage. This is a thing I say. Zip, please take it away. Describe how you take this thing out.
She's just the little fairy, wings buzzing. The vague wafting of brownie scent is on the air because that's kind of her thing about being a fairy, and that they all kind of have something going on. Some of them sparkle, some of them, have cool looking eyes. She just always smells like brownies for some reason. So it's just like this brownie scent is coming off, and she's like, ah! She cuts it up probably a little too much.
Yeah. Okay, and it's just all done. Immediately, Titus, the halfling that had run over, is just like throws out a net and starts trying to like scoop up all the stuff from the river. Just like, oh, we can't let it wash away. We can't let it wash away. And Vola, if you could just describe how you basically play this one out and your character.
Absolutely. I think for this, we're gonna reach for the kalimba. How about that?
Oh, love a kalimba.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So. From my lovely friend Frankie, who's lending me this for today. Check her out at officially Frankie on Instagram.
Nice.
Shout out, yeah.
Yeah. So I think at this point, Vola's just gonna, for no reason, because not done much, just kind of like rest back on the bank of the river and begin gently toning the kalimba. Sorry, what was the question?
Oh no, so just the description as well of how Vola looks.
So you see a rather tall, even for a half elf, like little brushing a little over 6 foot, like deeply tanned skin, hair styled like this. I did this for a reason. This is a visual helper like this, but like pinky purple, obviously dyed. You can tell where their actual brown roots are growing in and where their tiny like drag brows are still like intact here, but they have drawn on beautifully artful brows that match the dyed hair color.
Gotcha.
You get the impression of someone who is trying very hard to make their appearance look like it's effortless.
Of course, just sitting right in. Okay, amazing. Our group here to support Bulbury in its time of need. You have done a great job taking care of this. And Titus walks over to all of you, the big sack of this cut up vine blight over the shoulder, saying, thanks again. I know all of you are important adventurers, and you go out and you don't really want to be spending all your time back in Bulbury, but the Duke is in town, and it's been a bit of a hard crop year with the hot summers. He says, just sweating buckets, nervous in this moment. One of the chickens runs over, scoops it up, just like, oh, I know you were scared in that moment. Yeah, so if you want to just go back to town square and talk to Laurel, I guess he's got some ideas on kind of how we can make sure that the Duke is happy, and we can, frankly, get some financial aid to get us through this year. Yeah, the heroes, you are together. You are at the edges of town, and you can take it away from here.
Hello.
Hello.
To the three of you.
What's up?
How's everyone been? I haven't been back in town in a long time. How are everyone's lives? Small, tiny lives.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that small and tiny. I mean, that's kind of rude. I know I'm a fairy, but like...
Oh, no. Sorry, I meant small in scope, not in like physical size,
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Is that less mean?
No.
Oh. Well.
It's not untrue.
Yeah. Anyway, baking's good. Still doing that. Yeah.
Amazing.
What about you?
Oh, too much to recount, really. Just, here, there, everywhere, hither, yon, up, down, sideways, but I talk about me a lot. So we should get everyone else out of the way first. We really should.
That was a lot of words for not saying anything.
It is a talent, isn't it?
Honestly impressive.
Ollie Wobble's gonna be like wringing his hat out and like sloshing around a little bit
Yeah.
from diving into the river.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh, it's a
water.
warm one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Yeah.
like, dripping.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Cully, actually, make a perception check. We're just jumping back a few moments of when you splashed into the water.
Sure. 10.
10. Because of the lovely donations, once again, I'm going to say you get one of the donated potions. So a player receives a potion. You find it at the bottom of this river. It seems to be a potion of fire resistance, conveniently labeled on the side. No mysticism at all. How it got there? Who knows? You know, this creature could have had it wrapped up in it after slaying some random adventurer out in the woods there. Yes, the Liking Woods are full of many scary surprises ever since as some of you know, the Fae portals have kind of just been like blipping, random creatures have been spilling out. It's just at this point, it's just part of daily life, you know? That's why we get adventurers like you to come around. Okay, so the group heads to town. And you run into Caretaker Laurel. Caretaker Laurel is a graying mid-40s human man. He wears a similarly gray robe, and it's very simple. Though Balbury doesn't have like a mayor type figure, he kind of serves as like communication with surrounding towns and that sort of thing. You know him as kind of that figure. His office is like in the back of the tavern. That kind of vibe, but he's always in a panic. He always seems to be, okay, we got to get the next thing done. And he is going to basically tell you some ideas of what he's thinking. So mechanically, this is how our game's going to work today. It's going to require some creativity on your part, and I'm going to be here to guide you away after that little combat warm-up. So basically, we're going to have a challenge of like, the idea is we're setting up an event to impress nobility. You know, that's why Vola traveled here to, knew that this could be a ticket into getting an awesome patron, you know, someone to finance that kind of thing. Perhaps, Zip, you had other intentions and stuff, just like wanting to get a better gig, more consistent. Maybe there's a fairy thing, wanting to getting good with the Fae courts and riding that connection. Collywobble, perhaps searching for a position of greater, I don't know, is Collywobble interested in like nobility or like what's the thing there? Or like being a knight, that kind of thing?
Yeah, more prestige.
Yeah.
Nice, you know. Maybe a house someday.
A house would be nice. Yeah, the summer's fine, but well, just like with everyone else here, when the winter comes,
Too
it'd be a little
real.
bit difficult. Yeah,
So real.
yeah, it's a little Vancouver. Yeah, sorry, this is where I live. Okay, and finally, Fuzz or Fizz or Flux. I'm gonna take a swing here.
Oh, I got one for you if you like. Your twin, Laurel's
please.
twin brother Yanni, who's
Oh, yes, of
caretaker
course.
of Seedham,
Yes.
is friends of Fuzz, and sent him over to ask his brother how's the drought going, just to poke fun.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely have that contentious type of sibling rivalry. Yeah, and you go over, and when you first ran into Laurel, you do see that he looks exactly the same as Yanni. And yeah, and Laurel just side eyes you every 3 seconds, you know. But it might be nice to have a connection as well. You know, there is the university in the greater city of Bloom. They rejected your wizarding. They think that your wizarding methods are maybe a little alternative. But it would be nice to get access to those kinds of tomes and such, right? So, anyway, where inspirations are there, we are going to, basically there's going to be a ranking system. Like imagine setting up any kind of event. We have atmosphere, food, hospitality, performance, and finally, X Factor. We're going to do 3 rounds. So I want you each to come up with something, or you can work together, of what you want to go do to set up, like, okay, are we making awesome food? Okay, are we going to like set up a cool atmosphere? Okay, are we going to like put on the show of this person's life? And I sent you a sheet for like lots of the places, but you can also just ask me, is there this in town? Is there that? I have little nuggets hidden everywhere around town. If you want to go fight things, et cetera, et cetera. So there's going to be the first round will happen, second round will happen, third round will happen. Finally, I'm going to total up those ability checks and how they all work together, and we'll have an ending depending on that. A la like certain RPGs where it's like, oh, you got the good ending, oh, you got the like questionable ending, etc. Does that all make sense? Any questions about that before we dive in?
What were the 5 aspects again?
Yeah, and feel free to ask me a million times.
I'm writing them down.
Atmosphere. So atmosphere includes anything like lighting, decor, ambiance, presentation, that kind of thing. So if you want to set up in like town square for like where the event will be held to receive the Duke, that's atmosphere. Food can be hunting, gathering, preparing, cooking, that kind of thing. Hospitality is things like making sure that they feel safe, security, service, respect, cleanliness, communication, hygiene, performance, quality of music. It could be battle. You could do like a champion tournament thing. It could be dance, comedy, poetry, even magic, perhaps. And finally, X Factor. Yeah. Hey, I don't even know what that is yet.
Wonderful.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So yeah, I'm deciding if we want to do this by initiative similarly. I don't know. So essentially, if you guys want to collaborate on an idea and the party wants to decide together, then I will raise the DC and just basically like add up everybody's ability checks. But if you go off and do your own things, I'll make it basically balanced out for that. So just purely for like, so it's all fair whether or not you want to go somewhere else or do your own thing. But obviously working together is always very fun and there might be support in that. So let's get another initiative roll for this first round of 3 rounds for this little welcoming of the Duke. And I will hear Fuzz's first.
19.
19, awesome. Okay. Collywobble.
20 total.
Nice. Was it raw? Oh, 20 total. Yeah, so it's a... Anyway, sorry. I'm meaty 8 and like raw 20 are going to be like stuck in my head for some reason. Okay, Zip.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that's stuck in your head because it's another mediate. My dice are fired for the night.
Do you have a jail ready?
Yeah. It's
Nice.
the mouth of my dinosaur that I keep on my desk. So the dice go in dinosaur jail for a little bit.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. And Vola.
We are at 16 with advantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're welcome to ask another player if you're like, oh, I want help or that kind of thing. Oh no. Okay, so apparently, okay, I'm gonna file that one away because I want you guys to play. I'm gonna think it's something there. But while you are doing this, please do choose a song in which I have to sing because the lovely Sean S. has generously donated earlier this week for me to sing on camera, and that's something I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna let the players, or maybe actually I'll hop into chat here too. Sorry, Sean C. My bad. You please choose if there's like a song you guys think or want me to sing. I will try my best. A cappella, I guess. Or maybe Jess can accompany me here. All Star. Of course you're saying All Star. Oh my gosh. Okay. But anyway, so first up in initiative, we have procrastinating. Collywobble. What is Collywobble thinking? How is he going to impress this guy? Is he going to call upon his friends? Is he going to call upon the people of the town?
Well, you guys, I found this thing at the bottom of the river there. It's a fire resistance potion. I don't know how effective it would be for everyone, but it's got me thinking. You did some fire stuff before there, Fizz, and...
It's Fuzz.
Fuzz?
It's okay.
Oh.
It begins.
Some pyrotechnics might be a fun time.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Good
Maybe
idea.
we should put some warning signs out though. Just...
We can tell
Anyways.
townfolk to do that.
Yeah, we could do that. is that something you'd like to like work on? Would you want to work on something like that together, or do you have your own kind of plans going on?
Buzz is not so much people person, so little help good. But make things boom, wind blow, water wet, earth move. Maybe one time going to town, someone sang. Make someone sing to welcome Governor. And we set a big show for a singer. Pick someone from town and make them sing. And we make a big show for them. Maybe if other two can sing, they join them.
Amazing.
Okay.
Not just a hat rack. And he shows his bald head because it's getting way too hot.
It's way too hot. Yeah. So much respect for that. Okay, so Collywobble and Fuzz, you are collaborating on this, creating a pyrotechnic setup. Is that what I'm gathering from this?
Vola is barely containing climbing over Fuzz to interrupt this conversation. Barely.
Okay, get in there.
Okay. Love the direction this is going. I love the creative spark and I want to encourage it. So let's see how we can do this. I'm definitely a people person, Fuzz. Fuzz, yes. Fuzz.
Yes.
And I think that if we just put our noggins together, we can really sort out a really cool fire show. Maybe some fireworks. We need to get things in the air. That is where I kind of fall down on things. But you, with your magic, I think that we could do something pretty cool.
Give or take.
Zip kind of
Not necessarily like us in the air, but like physically something in the air, roughly 30 feet above us, 30 feet ideally.
Zip goes from flying slightly up to going back down really slowly. When you say not us physically in the air. Oh, okay. Well, there goes my idea. But I can do magic too. I could do like cool fogs or something.
Absolutely. I'm not poo-pooing flying. Just this is fire in the air, and if you're wanting to fly at the same time as that, I foresee potential accidents.
I could dodge.
Can I ask how much you
Fire
weigh?
resistance. It's kind of the same size as you, maybe.
That's a great question.
Like
I don't think you ask ladies that kind of question there, Fuzz.
Are we
It's
thinking
Fizz.
fastball specialing like is that
I can make things go like a catapult really far away. Do you weigh less than 15 pounds?
Don't think so.
Oh.
right?
Well,
Don't look so disappointed.
Okay.
Can I share my brainstorm with this? Okay, so pyrotechnics, love that idea. If we can get just like a bit of fire into the air, I can cast pyrotechnics and we can put on like a fireworks show. And the reason I say 30 feet is so it's above our heads, lovely and pretty in the air, and not potentially damaging nobility, which I hear would be a problem. So I think if we can like catapult just like a small, say, flaming something into the air and cast pyrotechnics. I doubt if we did some cool like fog clouds at the same time, it would be like really artistic, like a light and cloud show.
Mm-hmm. Looking around, there's the gatehouse is pretty high up. We could maybe launch something from there, so it doesn't have to quite go as high. Perhaps I've got some experience with like smithing tools and brewing. I'm not sure if that'll quite do the trick, but making some sort of
Molotov cocktail?
I'm
working with what you gave me.
Appropriate for this endeavor, but you know, if ever we're like fighting some gangsters sometime, yeah.
How long does it take to brew the things that you brew?
Usually around 3 months or so.
Oh, well.
There's stores in town though.
That's true. That's true. Plus, like, there's people with magic and stuff.
Yeah, true. But like, the fancy, it's artisanal brewed whatever probably would stand out for nobility. Do you think nobility like candy? I just got into candy making. Could throw candy at them.
Well,
that might hurt though.
I mean, I did bring some things I've been working on. We got some like berry mead. You want to try a sip of that?
Just gonna hop in here. You're welcome to try a sip of that. I'm not gonna stop you from that. But and then Collywell, you can tell me if it's actually any good. But Zip, I'm gonna say make a history check as you turn your thoughts to the attention of if the nobility likes candy.
Ooh, okay. History. Let's see. Jesus.
I'm so sorry. Wait. I'm sure I have an inspiration or something for you. No.
Wait, no.
You have inspiration from the beginning.
Is it a second D20?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that because I was in that one, and that's not allowed. This dice is
cool.
Okay, that's way better. That's a 16.
Awesome. Yes. You do know that the Duke's husband is a huge candy advocate, has even supported, there was like a recent thing in Seedham, and you were kind of thinking about it, where there was like a grant funding initiative to like encourage the next generation of basically he's trying to chocolate factory it up over there. So you think candy's a good idea. And Collywobble, please make me an insight check as you consider these brews and these fine things.
13.
Yeah, you remember that Denova over at the Bows and Roses Tavern let you borrow a couple casks in the cellar to brew stuff. You and you're just like, oh yeah, shit, excuse me. But it's been cooking there for 3 months when you were last on adventure. So you might have something really good, or it might be a little sour.
Yeah. Well, maybe it is a sour. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a couple casks though, because this is just a little thing that I bring with me. But yeah, we could. Denova's got some casks for me. We could try that. Or how is this? What do you think?
Well, I like anything sweet, and this tastes like berries, so I think it's great.
The smaller the brew amount, the smaller the cask size and everything, isn't it that more exclusive, special?
Ooh,
yeah, limited edition brew.
Yeah, I mean they're both two different things, so they're surprised though.
Yeah. I'm going to say the party heads over to the Bows and Roses Tavern. You see it's just on the river's edge. You talk to Denova, and she takes you down to the cellar. And as you discuss this idea, and she says, well, we could just, takes the large cask, pulls out a small one, and then just pours some of the large one into the small one, and then hands it back to you and says, now it looks mighty exclusive, and then pops that back on.
Ooh.
When you've been a barkeep as long as I have, you got to learn a few tricks.
What if we got a little bit of gold paint or something too? They like shiny stuff.
Okay. I'm going to say that this cask of fine, this is wine or mead?
Mead.
Okay, berry mead. This is going to be one of the presentation points. So I'm going to say we're going to make a series of checks for that. And then also your other idea that you had where it's the big show, gatehouse, fireworks, fog cloud.
There's so much more to that too.
Yeah, that's going to be the third one. I would say that's the end, and we're building towards that. So why don't we start with making this super nice, exclusive Duke, you can come up with a name for it and that kind of thing. And let's get some checks going. Yeah, so what kind of check? So let's start with Collywobble. You are the brew master here. I'm thinking you'd have proficiency with that. What what ability score would be associated with that? Probably intelligence, your knowledge of it, or maybe you could say something like strength if you wanted to do something like how much you were like squishing. Well, I guess it's honey, so I like it to make meats. That would make sense. Sleight of hand, perhaps.
I was intimidating those
Yeah.
bees.
Hey, you better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a proficiency dexterity for this one.
Okay, I'll just roll. Oh, just do
This is our first ability check for this.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Okay, very nice. Okay, next we had, so Zip, you were doing some tasting and stuff there.
Yeah.
You also made a history check about that regarding the person liking sweet stuff. What kind of check do you want to contribute here for this narrative?
Ooh. Can she? And that was, you said the Duke's significant other who
Yeah,
likes
exactly,
sweet
yeah.
things? Okay.
Yeah. I'll find his name.
I just want to make sure I had the right tree going on there.
Absolutely. He's Mr. Radrick.
Radrick,
And also the Duke's name is Miles Norbender of Seedham, but you can just say the Duke of Seedham.
Duke of Seedham.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think as she's tasting what was it, mead that we're doing, she's thinking of ways that she could help with like the descriptions that are going to go out to anyone, like any kind of flowery language, because she's used to marketing her own candies and stuff and baked goods, since she does like small town like stuff here and there, but nothing ever really big. So she's kind of just like getting into the thought process of that. So I think that in my mind would potentially be like persuasion or...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's roll that persuasion check.
Okay, we're using tiny dice now because the other dice were not being nice to me.
So tiny. I use enormous dice.
Okay, that's a much better roll. That's a 23.
Oh, very nice. You gotta go stick with the tiny.
Yeah.
You know, you said you weren't that tiny, or like you're kind of, but there's some magic in it apparently.
Yeah. It's a complex for her.
Yeah. Just to confirm, that's a 23. You said?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, sweet. In this one, why don't we move to Fuzz? Looking back at the initiative there. Yes, so Fuzz, as they're all working on this berry mead thing, what's Fuzz thinking for this first initial thing, knowing that the magic and the pyrotechnics specifically is going to come later?
With the magic and pyrotechnics later for that, performance X factor, the performance, I'm going to start asking, I'll go ask the bartender first. Who's the bartender again? Because
Denova, Bellflower, Halfling.
Bellflower, who sings around here? Who's good at singing?
Interesting. I'm going to make a check for Denova with a 6. I've been known to sing a couple tunes myself. There's this one song. It's by a lovely band, a little bit more my time. I could sing a little bit for you if you were interested.
Save it for the show.
Okay. I guess I will save it.
You sing with Duke now, for Duke. Make it pretty so he doesn't let us die.
Okay, gotcha. Under her breath, she starts singing, hey now, if you're
no pressure.
But I will, it's a little
Bolin
spoiler
like
for
dips
you.
around and just like, I'll just take your name down,
Yeah.
and I'll get back to you later when we've got like more production notes. But
Okay,
I've got your name.
incredible. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, yes, thank you. Yes, I know you're really the. So when Fuzz is saying that, what's Vola thinking? Like, who's a good singer around here?
Vola is just having like entered the bar. Vola is head on a swivel, trying to figure out who she has potentially really pissed off in the past. Because Vola, heart on sleeve, falls in love very easily, out of love very easily, and like I'm not sure how long everyone's memories are, so I'm just really hoping that no one here has like a grudge, a torch, anything. And I kind of like clue in that the peopling that I was supposed to be helping with is happening, and that's when I dip around.
Gotcha. Yes. So I'm gonna say, oh, that's interesting. It's almost like a deception check in that you are trying to like anti-people with certain people that you have had previous interactions with. How do you feel about that?
Sure, yeah.
Sweet.
I feel fine about a deception check, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, then let's get that.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
It's so high, right?
That's a 19.
Lovely. Okay, so you do, and you're kind of, you're gathering around and communicating along with Zip here, reflexively. And Fuzz, you're asking for, you're kind of like communicating, trying to figure out who's a good singer and that kind of thing. And just, you're like, okay, first person that said, yes, I can sing. You're like, great.
Excellent, on the list.
I will let you make a perception check. I'm going to come back to you in a second, but as you listen out for when you have asked that question. But Vola, you see that, that there's a bartending assistant here. You know that the kind of Bonetta, she's one of the Fallons. They're like a family of fighters around the Valley of Promise. And she's kind of a bit of muscle here, kind of a quiet type. And she has just been corner seething. But as you're kind of communicating and talking and doing your bardly thing, you see that just for a moment, her like face softens, just like staring at you, and you can tell that grudge is already starting to go away, just watching you do your thing and like making sure that people are taken care of. Yeah. Okay, cool. So finally, that perception check from Fuzz, Fizz, Flux, etc.
It's funk.
It's folk?
Funk. No, it's folk now. Anyways,
Oh,
15
okay.
is the perfect exact.
Okay. You got to add them to your Zoom thing that people can't see. Or I don't know if we can see them on the stream yet. Okay, 15 perception check. Okay. And finally, we had the 19 for Fola. Okay, that's our first round. We have collected, and I'm going to say that, there were a couple charisma checks in there. Now, here's the things, and maybe I should have told you this the first round. We will not be able to use those scores again. So you're going to have to be using novel things in the following rounds for our little experiment here. But
Sorry, I can't lie anymore?
No, sorry. Specifically, great point of clarification. Specifically for the check that contributes to the final score.
Got it, okay.
That's it. Yeah, you can just
Right,
as
doesn't
much as you
count.
want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
count as
can't lie anymore. It was so
Wait, what?
intense.
What kind of magic is this? Yeah. Yeah, an evil lich comes in and says, you better tell the truth. No. 17, 23, 15, 19, great checks. And I'm going to file that away for later. We'll see see how they enjoy the mead. And we move into the second thing. So, you see that, well, actually, let's get a group perception check. As you're moving around the tavern, everyone's kind of enjoying themselves as you plan out how you're going to tackle the day. So perception checks from everyone.
Ooh.
Natural one.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, what'd you get, Zip?
Alternative end of that, a 28 on a natural 20.
Holy,
Nice.
congratulations. Hey, that's funny.
Tiny dice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to come back to you in a sec. Collywobble.
19.
Wow, the loaded cast here. Except for that first one. Jess. Oh, sorry, Jess doesn't exist right now. Vola.
3.
3. Okay, wow, very, very different sides of things. So yeah, we have the conversation happening over there. You're chatting with Denova there, Fuzz. You are Vola. You're like anti-conversing and reconversing and playing the room. And then over on the other side of the room, we have Zip broadcasting, being like, "Wow, look at this mead, and like we're gonna do the coolest event later," and like telling people about Mr. Roderick and like love sweet things, and you're really like hyping up the crowd, that kind of thing. And Collywobble
Like
just
painting on the label.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Started making it styling. Everyone's like looking over your shoulder, like, "Oh my god, this is tremendous. What are you gonna call it?"
It's Nobleberry Nectar, a regal mead.
It comes out like nectar. To just say it. He's gonna love it. It's gonna be perfect. And so Zip, with that
Yes.
nat 20, you sense that something's amiss. You hear you're flying up for a second. Hey, ain't it good to be a fairy? Just out from the window, away past the river, you hear what kind of sounds like clanging sounds, like something chopping and breaking, and maybe something that even sounds like a little bestial. And Collywobble, you know that this sound is coming from near the lumber mill, where there's like the hunter's hall there.
I don't think, hunters make a lot of sounds. I don't think that's supposed to be one of them, right?
We should maybe go check it out.
It may be, considering we have people that have more money than I think any of us have ever seen just in their clothing coming into the town. Yeah. Hey, guys, we gotta go do a thing. You should come with us.
Off we pop.
Off we pop, yeah.
The classic Valley Promise saying, off we pop.
Vola like winks at Bonetta, but in the most respectful way possible. Like the most respectful of winks.
Winking to whom?
Bonetta, as we're leaving.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, make a little persuasion check.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to my favorite game, Flirt with Your Friends. Flirting and Friends.
That's like a 29.
Oh my god, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19 and I have a plus 10.
Nice.
Please describe this wink. I don't even, yeah.
It is like I look back just like slowly, and it's with there's a knowledge and a weight to the look. It says so much without saying anything at all. And the wink is not it's not sensual. It is respectful, and it acknowledges the past that we have. And then I run.
The eye says that it sees her in her entirety in this moment, but it closes for a second. And although it's going to close, it's going to say, you can be what you can be, and you can have your feelings how you are, and I forgive, and I am here to receive you as you are when you're ready. And you, as your eye opens and sees, she just melts against the wall. And it's not sensual. No, it's not sensual. No. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Sweet. You off you pop, which I love. You head out. You see the stone bridge that crosses over the Promise River, and you see the lumber mill across the way. It looks like some of the trees have been taken out. So imagine, for those who need more of a visual thing, lumber mill, which also contains the Hunter's Hall. It looks as if a truck, you don't know what a truck is. It looks as if a wagon has crashed through the trees. And D&D.
Man,
Looks
it
like
looks
a
as though
wagon's crashed.
Yeah, like a mechanical wagon. Like if someone was an artificer and they put like a bunch of artificer stuff in a big wagon and then maybe lifted it. It looks like that happened.
You see a little halfling walking beside. You know this to be Benny Bellflower, who is starting artificing school in the next term. Looks up at you and says, "Oh my gosh, oh my gods," and starts writing things down furiously. "I'm going to be rich." And runs away.
Oh no.
Okay, do you go into the follow the path, or are you be like, we gotta set up for a duke? Nope. What's the party do?
Is there wheel tracks?
There is not wheel tracks. No. Okay. Do you want to make a survival check or like perception check? Yeah. I forgot.
We're survival to see like what exactly crashed through here.
Is that just a Collywobble thing, or is that everyone?
Let's go with Collywobble, just who is like on it first, I would say.
20.
20, okay.
Not much.
Awesome. Yeah, Collywobble with a 20. Is Collywobble somewhat of like a
Well, he has a proficiency with vehicles, so he knows right away that it's not a vehicle.
Okay, so immediately you go like those tracks aren't vehicles. Does he have proficiency with animal handling, perhaps?
I do, yeah. I do.
Okay, interesting. So you then, with that 20 survival check, are able to see this is a creature, and you know all the stuff that's been happening and the like kind of absurdity, the magical enhancements that have been happening, the monstrosities that have kind of crept their way into the Liking Woods. And you've been probably dealing with a lot of these as of late, kind of getting a job here and there. These are big footprints, and it happens.
Doesn't even have a wagon attached to it.
Yeah. What a waste. Not a beast of burden? Ridiculous.
There's not even a wagon, guys. No, this is a huge creature.
Yeah.
What kind of creature? A big one. Okay.
Yeah, 20 is enough to know that the steps are somewhat not quite ursine in nature, more like a big pig.
Can I roll a survivor as I kind of look at the steps that he's putting on?
Absolutely, yeah.
Seven.
Yeah,
Can I throw like an inspiration on that?
You do have that inspiration from the start of the game if you want to use it.
Yeah, why not? Let's burn
Yeah,
it. Why not?
Because here's the thing: I have more to give out, so you just burn this stuff. Don't hold these resources. These people have been very generous. Okay,
perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, 18, very nice. So yeah, back on with that, you're not able to kind of glean too much more, but you do see that you see two trunks like pieces of tree that have holes through them. And it looks as if whatever this creature is, it clearly has some sort of like large tusks or horns and has speared through these trees. And they've just kind of been left off to the side. And you're hearing, once again, you hear a couple like shouts and that like kind of like bestial whine. I don't know what came out of me happening over there in the woods.
Sounds good. Fizz looks at the other three and goes, "Watch out! It could be a bugbear," and then runs off into the woods, starting to go through the trees towards whatever was large and got crashed through, but in a stealthy manner, so he can kind of get up to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
a hurt friend.
Should
we follow?
I'm just double checking with everybody. Bugbear, right? Yeah, like.
Now I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Just checking. It's fine. Was there someone on scene when we got here?
You see that there's none of the people that would regularly be here. You know, Carpenter Jen would normally be hanging out, managing things. But it looks like the whole team is missing. You didn't see anyone running. By the time you were out here, sorry, those survival checks can clearly see that there have been footprints that like went with this, like humanoid footprints. But there's nobody, like whatever the staff situation is in Livermill, they're gone right now.
Oh, but it's also the Hunter's Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is that survival check good enough to see if those are people being dragged? It just went off.
Party time.
I'm gonna fix that in a second.
There's no blood.
No blood.
No blood.
People are like walking.
Looked like hurried footprints.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Fuzz, you're going in. Okay. Is everyone following? Or
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll a group stealth check then.
Ooh, I think I'm actually really good at that as a bugbear for some reason.
Sweet. Bugbears are very stealthy, or can be. Yeah. Hit me with them, Fuzz.
I'm just double checking the bugbear if I get advantage for being all stealthy like or what it gives me here.
Yeah. What's it saying there?
Features and traits.
Other players, please let me know your stealth checks while Fuzz is looking up there. Vola.
I'm just proficient. Go ahead, Vola.
Okay. Zip.
16.
16. Oh, sorry. Did you both get 16, or did I hear you twice?
16.
I think we both got
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
Sorry, glitched audio on my end. And
It's a
Clay.
multiple of 8.
18.
The mighty 8.
That's that come on math working for you.
Oh, it's happening. The mediate.
I got the meaty 8.
No way.
So this one's an 18. Oh.
If this
Still
was
an
a,
8.
yeah, if this was a long form campaign, y'all, we would just make those the nat 20s. Like, okay, awesome, sweet. Yeah, unfortunately, you are gonna give away the location despite being like, okay, it's a bugbear. It's one of it looks like me.
Wait, inspiration,
Yes.
bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yes, sure, yes. If you want to use it, yeah, I'm not too fussed about that.
Okay,
You have a bardic inspiration D8?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's an 8.
Yes, 1d8.
Okay, please roll that, Fuzz. And what instrument?
My
We'll-
most stealthy
we'll pull out.
instrument.
Of course, the most stealthy instrument. Okay, roll stealth checks with disadvantage. Please give it a
To be
shake.
fair, I have no stealthy instruments.
That's not the point of instruments.
I mean, what would a
Oh, yeah.
stealthy instrument be?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oh, great sample.
So sorry for everyone whose speakers just exploded.
No, Zoom's pretty good for that. Okay, what'd you get on that D8, Fuzz?
Oh, do. There we go. We got a 5.
Okay, which total 13. Not
13.
as bad. Okay, awesome. Fuzz starts running out. You're like, I'm trying to move stealthily, and then you hear a tambourine suddenly hit behind you, and you just kind of catch yourself, look back, and Vola, you've kind of like tempered the speed so that the rest of the group can catch up. You can move stealthily as a unit from that. Sometimes distractions can work in positive ways.
Famous marching instrument, the tambourine.
A famous march, yeah. Cool. I wish my percussion box wasn't at the studio right now. Okay. There may be something in here, though. We'll find out. Okay. The party moves into the woods, and let's get a perception check from the group.
That's a 3 baked. 3 baked.
Love that.
Mm.
Also, because we have so many inspirations, has everyone used theirs? I might just...
I just did, and it didn't get much better.
Okay, I'm gonna restock. You can't use it on a roll that you just did, unfortunately, but all the players, because of lovely donations, and yes, please do donate if you are able. It helps a lot. All the players get another point of inspiration. Thank you so much.
I initially rolled a 9, and then
Okay.
with my inspiration, an 11.
Aw.
Ooh. Okay, not super hot. How'd Vola do?
So, sorry, with perception, it's like d20 plus what your passive perception is?
Not
What is it?
passive, but do you see in your skills, whatever it says there for the bonus of perception?
Got it, okay. So sorry. In that case, dirty 20. Not nice.
And then tiny dice are putting in work. It's a 27 for Zip.
Nice. Zip, once again, you're able to fly up. Vola, you slowed down this rambunctious bugbear. And Fuzz, you look and you see up ahead these individuals. There seems to be 2 individuals that are getting absolutely trampled by this giant monstrous boar. It looks like there's like flames coming off the back of this creature, and it's just attacking them and running over them. Collywobble, you're a little unsure in this moment of like you know that it is some sort of creature there, but and you know that it is some sort of like hellish boar thing, but you aren't sure if they're kind of like if they're playing with it, or if it like, is this some sort of like, this doesn't look like a full altercation. Vola, you can tell that this seems to be some kind of game of fetch. Zip, no worries. You're like, oh, okay, cool. They seem to be like trying to calm this creature down. Let's roll initiative. I'm trying to think.
It's a really weird dog.
Weird dog.
Weird dog. Because I do need to point out that I've forgotten, Zip has a -2 to all of her intelligence things. So that's a really weird dog.
Yeah, do you want to roll a nature check real quick?
Yeah.
Please.
It's a nat 20. But, you know, -2 to nature, so 18.
It's a nat 20, my friend. There's multiple ways to interpret a nat 20. I'm going to say in this moment, Zip believes genuinely, as the Fae do, what she wants to believe.
Yeah.
If she thinks that is dog-like, that could be a dog.
Yeah, that's a dog. But that's such a weird dog.
Okay, initiatives. What'd you get there, Zip?
Oh, that was a 13.
Okay, awesome. Jess, sorry, once again, you know what? If you can rename yourself on Zoom,
rename myself. I'll do it. Yeah.
please do that. Thank you. I didn't realize how much I was like passively using that. Vola.
It was 17.
Okay, awesome. And Collywobble.
21.
Cool. And finally, Fuzz, Fizz, Flux, Folk, Funk.
I forgot to add funk. It's a crispy 18.
I didn't. Crispy 18. Ooh. Okay. Awesome. I'm just going to roll here. Okay. Okay, so first to go here, Collywobble, you see the situation, and so it looks like you're a little unsure. You see there's two individuals, and it looks like at this moment, this boar-like creature, I'll call it a hellboar for our sakes, is running towards these individuals. What do you want to do?
Okay. How far? Can I with my short legs get over near them?
You were able to stealth close enough in this instance before this thing started charging. I'm going to say that yes, you can get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna be like, watch out! I'm gonna run over there, and I've got a maneuver called bait and switch, and when I'm within 5 feet of a creature on my turn, I can use one of my dice to trade places with the creature, provided they're willing.
Yeah. Okay, so you're trading places with one of the two. So I'll give a little more description here. One of them is a tabaxi. They seem to have a bow on them, and you know them to be one of the hunters in this place. And the other one is a dwarf with a big fiery gingery beard, not actual fiery, but it is bright and red. And yeah, so you want to switch with one of them?
Yeah, whichever one that it looks like is going to get trampled.
Okay, awesome. You switch with the tabaxi that is closest to you. Yeah.
What are the other feature gains? Bonus to AC. Okay. So since I'm going to be the one that's potentially going to hit here, I'm going to use my superiority dice and add that to my AC.
Okay, awesome.
It's a 6.
Nice.
My AC would become 20 for this round.
Not bad. Okay.
I dive in there with my frying pan.
Oh, is that your shield?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so we see that Collywobble has a frying pan shield, and you just go in there, and the person says, wait, as you kind of toss them out of the way.
No, I'm saving you.
I'm a hero. Okay, cool. That's nope, wrong initiative. Fuzz next.
Can I do like a insight based on like the explanation from the person that they just tried to get out of the way?
Absolutely.
Perfect. We're gonna do a saucy 15.
Okay, so saucy. With that 15, you see that that person they seemed nervous but not threatened in that moment, and this seems to be they knew that this was coming.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Ba, ba, ba. Collywobble, are you wearing armor? What did I kind of see you just do there? What did you cast?
I've got like some leather armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
See if I could back you up with anything else there, but um
And
hmm,
a huge frying pan.
any ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
Hmm. What do you think,
And
folks?
I'm going to say Vola's on deck as well, so you can think about what's coming up. Yeah, you're welcome to shout to one of these people.
You know what I'll do is I'll shout as, "Need a hand?" And then I will use mold earth. Is the ground underneath the boar a little loose? Can I play with it a little bit?
Definitely. This is like mossy, like light earth forest floor.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna kind of move the dirt from underneath the boar and drop them down like the 5 feet, I guess. So
Ooh, okay.
they can still kind of see over it because it's a big boar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it'll kind of contain it from charging off is the goal there with that.
Okay. So you are able to move the earth underneath this thing, and it goes in there. A little pig squeal out. You're welcome. And I need you to make a luck check. Just roll a d20. Tell me 1 through 10. I have something in mind. 11 through 20, something else.
We got a 13.
13. You go to move this earth, and you hear like a little like squishing sound happen as that happens, and you see a little creature gets ejected out of the earth. It has this like lumpy kind of head on it, and it looks to be almost mushroom-like in its figure. And immediately this boar, very surprised, is kind of distracted between the charge that it was doing and whatever this thing that just popped out of the earth is. Okay, I'm gonna say that's your turn, and unless you want to move closer to it, or if you want to keep your distance.
I'm gonna go. Well, like, where is this mushroom thing? Like in the pit with it, or?
I'm gonna say it's just like, yeah. So this thing is 10. Your pit is like 5 feet, so it's just kind of the front of this creature is in there, and it popped out on the other side. So you'd be about 30-ish feet away from, and you'd have to like kind of hop over the hole, or yeah, because you wouldn't be able to move around it unless you have more than 30 feet movement. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Can I use that in my action to like jump the hole, pick up the mushroom, and yell something?
Your action was using mold earth.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit too much. No worries there.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, awesome. Vola.
So as a bonus action, I kind of want to do this first. Use the mantle of inspiration.
Yes.
So that everyone who can see my glorious visage can take 8 temporary hit points. Up to 4 of us. So, you folks. Everyone can see me from where we're situated, right? Like we're not all like out of visual range yet.
Oh, definitely. You're totally fine. You've made yourselves known. This is like kind of a clearing area in the forest now.
Sweet. Yeah, so 4 temporary hit points with that. And each creature can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay, sweet.
That's what everyone has right now. And then I'm going to I'm curious about this mushroom situation. And I do speak Sylvan, which considering it popped out of the earth and looks like a mushroom, that's my best guess.
Interesting.
Can I try and talk to it and get it to like come away from the fire dog pig?
Yeah, what are you saying to it in this moment? Come away from the fire dog pig?
I'm so sorry. There's just a lot going on like right above your head, and we don't want you getting hurt. So come over here, please.
This creature responds in your head, Vola.
Oh, good.
We will sap the water from your skin, land dweller.
You see eyes appear at the edges of the woods. This creature is not your friend.
Ooh, it's terrifying.
Right. Creature's
Yeah.
not our friend, guys. Not our friend.
Talking is a free action. What would you like to do with your action?
Okay. Well, you know what? Still glad I did it. Paint me a picture. How are we situated right now?
Absolutely. So imagine in the center, we have a pig just digging in the earth now.
Okay.
One of these creatures has popped out, and you think that there are more. About 15 feet in front of that, there are 3 individuals. One, your friend Collywobble, who has moved out of the way, one of these 2 hunters. And then you lot are 30 feet away from that center point.
Okay. Right, in that case. Oh. I am going to use my action to okay, so
Yeah.
this is what I'm thinking. Everyone needs to give me feedback if this is just not it, but
Love it.
I can cast Speak with Plants, and I have a previous relationship to this forest that is interesting at best. But if these like creatures are in the like tree line and I cast Speak with Plants, I can ask them to create like difficult terrain. But I mechanically I'm not sure if that is gonna work for this, like if I have enough movement to get in range to do that.
Yeah. So sorry. So if you cast Speak with Plants, sorry, how does that create difficult terrain? You would ask.
So
the plants,
I imbue plants within 30 feet of me with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate, follow simple commands. I can question them about events, all that. I can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth into ordinary terrain for myself. I can also turn ordinary terrain into difficult terrain that lasts for the duration of the spell, which is 10 minutes. You can also perform other tasks on my behalf at your discretion.
Sweet. Vola, you think this would be very helpful in this moment?
Right. I'm gonna move myself to the position that will best get me situated to try and create difficult terrain for as many of these as I can see eyes.
Okay. And just for me, it's going around you.
Oh, good. Okay. So I'm gonna pick a pie triangle, I guess, that will be 30 feet of my sphere.
Oh no, sorry. I wasn't sure if it goes around you. I was asking so can you just cast it at a distance away from you, or is
it is
not cast, but
it's within 30 feet of me, and it actually doesn't dictate a
Okay, let's just rule of cool it. So you have this previous history. You're welcome to go in that.
Yeah, I can explain that if you want.
Because of course I know, right? Of course, but for the audience, please explain.
Right. So picture it, Bulbury, many years ago. My mother traipsing through the woods, screaming her head off, looking for me for 3 days straight as I have just walked off a path and disappeared, apparently just into thin air, into the woods. And then on the 3rd day I reappear. I'm dressed not in very fine, nice clothing. I am perfectly fine, happy, content. And the only thing that I say to my mother that gives any sort of context is that I was at my birthday party, and I never speak of it again. No one, I don't really remember it. My mother is the only one in town who remembers it as far as anyone is concerned. She couldn't get anybody to help her look. It was, wait a minute.
I'm just so inspired to write a song right now, oh my gosh.
It was a difficult time.
Auto harp?
This is my auto harp. But that's the relationship I have to the woods here. I disappeared at a point, and my father, though I did not know him, was apparently an elfish performer with a traveling circus. So
Holy. Yeah.
So
And you flash back into this moment, pulling up from deep within you, this song, this music rings out to the trees and dips down their roots into the earth and returns to you where you stand, and you feel this like little drops of rain start to fall. The fires on the back of this boar start to kind of like steam off as these drops hit, and the earth starts to shape kind of and support you. And you feel in the earth that, I know that this turn has been long, but is going to feel great for the rest of this fight. You feel in the earth that it is trying to reject these creatures. These creatures are stealing from it. They're taking its nutrients, and it wants support there. So you are able to control all the roots and stuff around that. And you start to see that these fungal creatures get ejected out of the earth, these myconids ready to attack. I'm going to say, Zip, that's you.
So she's holding a blondie that she is about to try to feed to this dog in quotations, and then she hears Vola go, "This is an enemy," in reference to the mushroom creature, and she kind of pulls her hand back slightly. She's like, "So don't make friends with the dog, hurt the mushroom thing?"
yes.
Okay.
Yeah!
Make friends with the dog later, I guess.
Dog's like, great! It's a pig!
I'll give you a biscuit later, doggy. It's okay. And then she's going to turn around, and then you see that this electric energy kind of runs through her as she gets ready to shoot a radiant guiding bolt at the mushroom.
Okay, roll it.
I will. Okay. Plus, where's my plus on here on this version of the app? Plus 8.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Nice, absolutely hits this thing. Okay, I'm gonna let you roll damage. And just so you know, Collywobble, you are on deck.
Oh. And I need one more. Steal from my rogue, who always has d6s available. All right, that is 12 points of radiant damage that she deals to that mushroom.
Okay, 12 points, nice. It comes in, yeah, so you see it lit up with, you said it's kind of like lightning-ish radiant energy?
Yeah, it's radiant energy, but because she's a Tempest Cleric, there's kind of like a little crackle of lightning just from her magic in general. Not that it's like actually doing any kind of like electric damage or anything. It's just the way that it looks for her magic.
Yeah, you see that like it's starting to rain a little bit, and you're pulling from like the friction and stuff in the air, and you cast out this guiding bolt. The zaps go into its mushroom textures, and you're already starting to smell a little bit of that like fried mushroom. Like, oh, interesting. And Collywobble, that is you.
And anyone has advantage because of that until the end of my next turn. No, yeah, before the end of your next turn, they have advantage on the creature.
You see this thing, a glowing target.
Alrighty, I'm going to switch tactics here, and I'll run over to the mushroom guy with my cleaver out, ready to deal a couple blows to it. So advantage on the first hit here. So we got a 16 or a 13, so we'll go with the 16.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, cool. That hits.
That's max damage with one-handed strike, so 10 points of damage. Creature, and then I'll take another swipe at it.
Nice.
21 to hit.
Oh, definitely.
That one's only going to be 6 damage. So.
Yeah, and you're using is it a battle axe? What are you using here?
It's a battle axe that I've flavored as a beat cleaver.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yes, universal in its preparation abilities. Okay.
Slicing off some mushroom here.
Yeah. Sorry, did you tell me the damage for the second hit?
6.
6 damage. Okay, awesome. Yes, it is looking, but it is looking quite hardy still, this strong thing. You see after your turn, 3 more emerge from the woods. They are, and one from the earth itself. They're just kind of like climbing out of the hole, this like disrupted earth now. But they are, fortunately for you, unfortunately for them, they aren't able to move very quickly as they're trying to deal with all these like unsettled roots and stuff now that you've kind of, Vola, you've kind of talked into being like, hey, why don't you guys help us out here? Such a conversationalist. And they begin to move. They aren't able to melee attack anybody this round, so they're going to cast a psychic dispersion. So I need Collywobble, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. One's going to go for you, Vola. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And finally, Zip, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
I wasn't picked because I'm advantage on charms, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah. That's exactly it, yeah. They knew, you know. No, it's you weren't picked, you think, because you summoned them. You let them out.
Uh-oh.
They might think you're a friend, actually. One of them comes up to you, is poking you. It's like, we gonna get these guys or what? Okay, sorry. Let me hear those wisdom saving throws.
So is it against being frightened?
No, it's just a damage ability.
So I got an 11.
11. Okay, you are going to take. That is lucky for you. That is only 6 psychic damage. How'd you do, Zip?
You said it's not anything that we would have any features for because it's just damage. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that because on the first roll it was a 13. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, and that's a dirty 20.
Okay, I'm going to say that was a good call. Dirty 20 succeeds. You're going to take half of this. This is only 4 psychic damage. And finally, Vola.
So no advantage against being charmed doesn't help.
It's not charmed. No, it's just psychic damage, wisdom saving throw.
Because I thought it was advantage, I did roll twice, but my first roll was on my thing 19.
19. Okay. You also succeed. You're going to take half of this. You also take 4 damage, psychic damage, as these things go. The last one is going to take an attack on the boar creature and completely whiffs. You see that it's a little like, oh, the sun's really bright out here. It's like, or I guess actually it's been raining, but even then, you know, when you've been underground for so long, you know, we've all had
5
those
or
days.
4?
4 psychic damage. Yeah. Okay. How's everyone's inspiration doing? Because I do have more.
Oh.
People have been very generous. Okay, cool. Maybe next round then. Okay, next in the initiative after Collywobble is Fuzz.
So Fizz is going to take all this in.
Sorry,
and...
Fizz, of course.
No, it's Folk. Anyway.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, Folk.
Yeah, we're in a funk here right now, so we're just gonna. I want to roll a nature check against these mushrooms and see what's their motivation. What really wants them to eat? Like what would get them to kind of like pay attention to something if draw their attention. So I'll use whatever.
Do you want to use a nature check to just kind of vibe that out? If you have a spell, awesome.
No, just a nature check. It's a 10, but we've got all that inspiration from donators, so I'm gonna use it and try again with that nature check.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a 22, nice and spicy.
Nice.
Amazing. And here's a great thing: an anonymous player just donated more inspirations, so please refill it if you don't have it. Lucky us. Okay, that's quite good. You know that these things, what would they feed on? Yeah, blood. Blood's a good one for them. It's rich in nutrients, very hydrating. Yeah, like that. You could give them hot water substitutes, maybe with like iron and stuff mixed in there.
So more of a liquid type thing.
Yes. They don't have mouths.
They don't have mouths.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do then, if everyone's okay with it, I'm going to try and distract some of these mushrooms so they don't all start piling up on one person. And they like me. So I'm going to use Improve Minor Illusion to create this kind of pool with like it looks like the perfect mix of nectar and blood for these little red caps. And in Sylvan, I'm going to go, food for you all, in a very loud, boisterous voice. And so if any of them are tempted by it, they'll have to do a successful investigation check using an action to decide whether it's an illusion or not. So I'm not sure what you want me to roll to get them to go for the food versus anything else right now.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I guess so what level spell is it? Just to help me kind of gauge potency here.
Well, it's a cantrip, but
Okay, it's
it's improved version of it. So I get to add, the sound of the dinner bell going off, and the smell of a little bit of blood and sugar to get them going type thing as well.
Okay, sweet. So I'm just gonna make some I guess temptation checks for them, like wisdom saving throws basically, and then if they fail this check, they're gonna have to go check it out themselves. Yeah. So what's your DC?
The DC is on this one. Spell DC is 14.
Okay, cool. Here we go. I'm gonna do so you do see that the one that you popped out first kind of seems like the big figure of the few and is kind of guiding things. I'm gonna go first. They don't seem to buy your illusion as they are communicating into your brain. They're like, I know that this is fake. But two of the scrubs do. And immediately they're like, finally, we can eat. You hear that. They echo out. The mouths don't move, but it's just like psychic energy, and you hear it right in your head. So those two will do that on their turn. So I'm just going to make a note of that. Nice. Very nice. Okay, next in the initiative is Fola.
Do I have any of them close to me right now?
You are in running range of the first one. I'm gonna just say, because we're playing a one-shot, it's fast and loose, you are able to manipulate the difficult terrain around you. And you can just go. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I think that if I've got one kind of in some difficult terrain, I'm just gonna pull out my moon-touched rapier and just try slashing at it. It's gonna look really awkward. I'm gonna get kind of caught in the scabbard. Regardless of the roll, it's gonna look kind of awkward.
Okay.
This is a very pretty sword for a reason.
I understand. Yes.
Okay.
We see on our battlefield here that these players, these are seasoned adventurers. They do have some fancy goods. And Zip, are you the one with the sword?
Yeah.
You see the sun sword held out, shining light. And you see this moon blade come out, and speaking Sylvan at each other. And you all of you can feel that these forests are like, thank God these heroes are here. They are embracing you as you move into action. So anyway, please continue.
I love that we're just twinning tonight.
Yeah.
I will roll to hit.
Okay. Yes, please.
It's a nat 1 + 5.
No.
Do you still have any of your inspiration?
Yeah, you got refreshed.
Oh yes. Okay, what's the
looking out.
inspo die?
Oh, I think there might be an inspo die. I've been doing advantage, but I looked on the Twitch and
I'll do advantage.
But just do advantage. Yeah.
What?
No, is it another one?
So,
While we tried.
I throw my sword.
No! What are swords for? What's the point? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, here's the thing. I keep forgetting that I have a nat 1 for me. I will eventually remember that the DM can roll a nat 1. If you would like to take this as a nat 20 for a player in this moment, I will give you that to you, but no pressure.
I will absolutely do that. I will fumble my sword out almost it looks like I'm throwing it. I'm not. I'm actually just doing a really cool sword trick. That is the only useful thing I know how to do with a sword, and then I just Stab.
Amazing. Okay, nat 20. Woo! Roll that damage. Our glamorous bard, shining silvery blade from some far-off elven land or something.
Mediate!
Let's get that mediate emoji in the comments. See those 8s.
You
when
added
it
an
shows
extra
up.
dice for damage, correct?
Yeah, did you?
Nope.
Please do. Roll it
How
again.
do I do that?
Yeah, I guess I don't know how to do it in D&D Beyond, but
I
you're
gotta
able to
just
just roll a
which
D8.
one should I roll? Because I have physical ones too.
Yeah, physical's great. D8.
D8.
Right.
Please. Okay. Sorry. So sorry.
Not completely.
How dare you?
Mediate.
Okay, amazing. Wait, sorry, did you actually roll 2 mediates?
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I broke my mic.
Holy. Okay, I feel like we've been blessed in this moment by the meatiest of them. Okay, 16 damage. Wow, this thing is quite hurt by that. Still looking okay, not bloodied yet, but yeah, so you get right up in there. Anything else you want to do? You still, oh no, you're out of movement. You've used your bonus action. You're done. You're done, my friend. Okay, you got none. Zip.
Oh boy. Is there a way that Zip is able to fly up above the mushrooms so that she can try to group some of them up together without potentially hurting her allies?
Yeah, so fortunately 2 of the mushroom. So yeah, 1 is pretty close to, or actually I guess 2 are kind of close now to Vola. So that might be a little risky. But the other 2 that seem to be excited about this surprise that Fuzz has presented them, Funk, is you can absolutely hit them.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So she sort of takes flight to the air. Like thunderous sort of energy is starting to ripple away from her. She's like, hee, and then vibrating intensely, she casts Thunder Wave.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to go ahead and use one of her features. I believe it is Destructive Wrath. You can deal maximum damage instead of rolling.
Sweet.
So they still have to make a con saving throw to know exactly what that damage will be, but
still to the max.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Con. They seem pretty constitute. 17. Does that pass your DC? That's for one of them.
That does pass, yes.
Okay, cool. Oh no. You have a Sunblade, right?
I do.
While in sunlight, the Myconid has disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
Ooh.
That sucks. For me, that's a 7.
Oh, that doesn't pass.
Yeah. I didn't think about this when you told me that you had a sun longsword. So that's on me. But hey, great job. You see that as you bring this sword close and you go bash, hit them with the thunder wave. They hate this combo. You are their worst nightmare in this moment. They're saying stuff about like projecting it out to everybody, just like this. Oh no, the evil one, as was prophesized. We should have listened. They got their own whole religion happening. But okay, roll that damage.
I would, yeah, but it's just going to be 16 because it's max thunder damage.
Okay. Right, that's true.
Yeah.
So that almost takes out half of both of their health in this moment. Okay, cool. That's the other one rolled in that one, by the way.
And then oh no, that's a leveled spell, so that wouldn't work. Never mind. Okay. That's I think my turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna move a couple things. Yes, I do have a little battle map here for my reference. I wish I could had more cameras and stuff for you guys, but it's all super legit and not just meeples, little guys. Okay, cool. Next up is Collywobble, top of the initiative.
Cool. So I still got this guy in front of me. So I will try to slice off some more mushroom for us here.
Sweet.
First attack is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 9 slashing damage.
Nice.
And I will take another swipe at him. 17 to hit.
17 does hit. Looking pretty weak.
For 5 slashing damage.
Okay. Still holding on, but you see that,
And
starting to serve this thing up.
So we should do our action surge.
I think that's a good idea.
Check that off. And then I will use the attack action.
Okay.
A 14 to hit.
14. Unfortunately, does
14,
14 just hits.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can use the inspiration then. That's only four damage.
Okay.
That one.
You get 2 attacks with the action
Yeah.
surge.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that one's gonna miss. So I'm gonna use inspiration. 12 is gonna miss as well.
Yeah, it's gonna miss.
That is,
Okay.
that is all.
Okay. All right.
Slashing away here.
This thing's not thrilled, but looking, it is going to retaliate on you, I'm going to say. Okay, so this time...
You don't have
Yeah.
opportunity attacks right now if you have Mantle of Inspiration on, if you want to move away. I don't know how long that lasts for, actually.
I'm going to count down from 10 in my head to let you make that choice.
No, I'll stay.
Oh,
It's okay.
he's confident. Like it. You see that this creature ejects spores out at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 22.
Holy. Okay, no worries. So on a success, you're just going to take half of this. Kyle, you're going to take... Whoa, I
Ooh.
rolled a little spicy. 12 poison damage. Oh.
Is it something I can use a shield with? I guess it's an effect.
You still succeeded the saving throw.
Oh, I did succeed.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
took
a
half.
roll of 22. Never mind.
Yeah. But that's all it can do on this turn. It looks very like it looks on death's door over here.
Oh no, is it? Sorry, I have a shield master evasion. If an effect allows half damage on a success, you can use your action to take no damage.
Yeah, I know. I did. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna use your reaction to
Yeah,
use
I'll
that.
use. I'll burn my reaction.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Is that for con saving throws though?
It just says if an effect allows half damage on success, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
Okay, we'll go with what it says.
You can flavor that however.
I think that's fine. I think because of the physical nature of this too, like it's you're attacking into it. It ejects out these spores at you. You pull up your shield right at that moment. Just be like, no. I've cut a couple mushrooms in my time, and you're good to keep rocking. Okay, and just for everyone in the audience, we are going to take a little break around 7 o'clock Pacific time, just a little body break, and then we'll come back for the rest of this. But our heroes continue to attack these figures, or sorry, the figures vice versa. Okay, so we're going to get those saving throws again. This time, the closest figures, we're going to get one on Fuzz. They realize that you are against them now. The ones that succeeded, and then the other 2 are going to try and make that check. So I just need you to roll 1 wisdom saving throw there.
Is it sounds good.
Yeah.
And then so 1 wisdom saving throw. 17.
Nice. No worries. You're just going to take half damage from this.
Would I have to roll a concentration check to keep the illusion going?
If it's a concentration spell, yeah, just DC 10.
DC 10.
Constitution saving throw.
It's Constitution for a concentration?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, and I get advantage because of Bugbear Life. Oh, so I beat the 6. Oh, meaty 8. I have
the mediate strikes in both ways.
I've already used inspiration, so my minor illusion collapses, and the pool of nectar and blood with the nice twinkling noises distracting them fades away and is mud again.
Okay. I am sorry. I'm just reading the chat here to see if anybody is quickly gonna throw you a bone, but
I
maybe
cast Bardic Inspiration Like,
not
I'm out of until the next. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, typically, yeah. I'm going to say, yeah, so I'm going to say in this instance, so you're taking 4 psychic damage. You are losing concentration on this. Fortunately, one of the creatures had already gone, so they did run over to it, failed that check, and was like, there's got to be blood. And then the other one runs over, and it's just like, it gives him a light tap across the head and be like, it's gone. There's nothing here. Go attack it. And is going to then use the ability, and I'm just going to roll a d4 to choose who. No, it's going to go for Collywobble. He is attacking the basically.
A lot of reactions.
No, don't have a reaction. Wisdom saving throw, my friend. Yeah.
Sorry. Ooh, nat 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
How do we want to roll nat 20s in this? It's I'm going to give you quarter damage. I feel like rolling a nat 20 and succeeding on a saving throw is always it always sucks a little bit because you're like, great, it's the same as if I just passed the roll. So I'm going to say quarter damage. Remind me if I don't give that to anyone else because I do not, so 6, 4, 8. You end up taking, I love calculators, 3 damage, 3 psychic damage.
All right.
Okay, awesome. We're back to our hero's turn. That's Fuzz, Vola, then Zip. The lot of them are looking pretty weak.
It's Fawn. It's okay.
Fawn?
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. Okay,
No problem.
absolutely. That's totally my bad. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get there. So Flo will take a look, and we're getting strikes sometimes, and like it's hurting us. Is it like a spore or more psychic type thing? Like, do I observe people breathing that in? Did I breathe it in, or just does my brain hurt? So can I use nature to kind of check that out?
Yeah, sure. Roll a nature check.
Oh, we got a 14.
That's enough to know that you see that this is a mix of they're doing the psychic communication and are able to hurt you a little bit, but upon getting close to them, you think that that's more dangerous and there is poison at bay there. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I kind of have a view of my 3 companions, right?
I would say so, yeah.
All right, so let me just do some math here. I'm going to cast, I think it's called Air Bubble, but I'm going to do it at level 3, and I think that means I can do 5 people. So I'm going to protect the party and the dog. That Zips keeps saying that's a dog. I'm going to put an air bubble, if the creature's willing, of course. I don't want them, breathe easy, friends. And, Fink yells out loudly to all of you, and an air bubble kind of appears around your head of clean, fresh air that will protect you from the spores.
I love that so much. Not Walking Dead. What's the other zombie thing? It's so popular right now, or like Last of Us. No, Last of Us situation here. That's great job.
Right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool over in Gastown there.
And I think that is it for Fet. We'll move on.
Cool. Rock on. Okay, so you see that the hunters during this altercation have been dealing with essentially like a couple of their own and trying to guide this creature out of there. Why doesn't the group, before we move on to, I think it's Vola's turn next here, why doesn't the group make just a quick like history or insight check, whatever's better for you?
Definitely insight. That is a 22 for Zip.
Whoa, looks like a 22 for Fuzz too. Or sorry, Folk.
Think. We'll get there.
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
I got a 17.
So everyone but Vola is able to understand that by insight or just what you remember suddenly in this moment is this creature is maybe not necessarily this kind of creature. This seems like enhanced or potent in some sort of way, but you think that the hunters here have been using them to try and find truffles to get some exotic, delicious exquisite goods, and they are now being like, oh, it's okay, trying to soothe that creature and pull them back out of the woods there. And Vola, you're just like, why is there fiery dog. Like, why is it so sad now?
Or I guess.
Yeah.
Fine, let's just deal with the mushrooms now, I suppose.
What is Bulbury? Yeah, what are these woods? Okay, awesome. So it is your turn.
Okay, so the myconids that are still in the difficult terrain, can I
Yeah.
like entangle them, like make it so that they would have to pass a check to move?
I like that. There are two that are physically around Collywobble, so they would still be able to like attack Collywobble, unless they were totally like stunned or whatever by this. The other two, though, you think you could probably get to be entangled. I'm gonna say make a spell casting check because we're kind of, or unless you're using the spell entangle.
Well, oh, no, it's speak with plants. It's just an aspect
Okay.
of it is you
Sweet.
can potential. What does it say here?
Yeah, so let's see how well Vola with their music can kind of wield the situation. Yeah, so your spellcasting ability is your charisma plus your proficiency.
Okay, so just like a charisma roll plus proficiency.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
It's an 8, isn't it?
No, it's a 6.
Oh,
That's not a
saucy
thing.
6.
No, it was a 2 plus a 4.
Oh, okay. Oh no, wait. Sorry. What's your charisma?
I have a +4 to charisma. I rolled a 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then you would also add your proficiency, so the +3.
Oh yes. Okay.
But 11, unfortunately, you're having a hard time with this. I'm going to make a saving throw kind of based off of that for them. That, my friends, is a meaty 8.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that this is strength saving throw, so let's see what they add to that. So that's not going to be enough for that one. But the other one does succeed. You are able to entangle one of them. I'm just going to put a little green die beside it to illustrate that for my purposes. Nice. So yeah, you're able to do that. What instrument are you using this time? Or are you just speaking with the plants? This is my favorite part, y'all. Oh,
Ooh.
Mouth organ.
nice. Mathorgan.
For all those meaty 8s.
Yeah.
So yes, I just look at the plants and I'm like, you know what to do.
Yeah. Do. All right, cool, nice. Bonus action, anything?
Yeah, I think I can. I have 2 weapon fighting and I do have my hand crossbow. So am I able to...
You won't be able to do that. It's only if you make an attack with your action. that you
Okay.
have bonus action to do that.
So
Could use a bardic inspiration. I don't know
yeah, I
if
think
the wells run dry, but
no, we're not there yet. But I think I will. Is it so? Who's got 2 on them right now? Is that
Collie's tanking right now.
So I'm gonna look over at what a wobbly, I assume, collywobbles, and just like, do not worry, you have this. I know you have this.
Yeah. I wish Zoom didn't mute the like music. Like occasionally we get a little note or whatever, but I wish. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? Okay, Collywobbles, you have bardic inspiration. You can mark that down somewhere. Make a little post-it note. Forget about it. Zip, that's you.
I think Zip's going to second verse, same as the first this round, and go ahead and minus the max damage, do another Thunder Wave, but she will go ahead and upcast it to 2nd level.
Okay.
And try to get the other 2 that she was targeting before, just because this seems like this is potentially very bad. But they need to make another Constitution saving throw, please. And I think you previously said they have disadvantage, which is nice.
Here we go. That's a natural 20. Let's see what they get with disadvantage. That's a 4.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to do it.
That sword is doing wonders for you. That's a 3. No way. I'm going to roll again just for fun. Oh, and the other one was a 19. Okay.
Oh, sweet. So that's going to be, I believe, 3d8 at 2nd level. Yes. So 1, 2, and 3d8. 7 plus 18 damage.
Okay.
1800 damage.
with both of them failing there. So you have 3 of these things that look so hurt. And there's another one that is just tangled up and off to the side by all the roots there. But it's like, you think that this upcoming round is going to be cleanup crew. So let's get it. We're going to take our break soon, but Collie, that's your move.
Okay. All right. So we'll do like a little flip in the hand and take
Yeah.
a swipe at this guy.
Cool.
Come on.
See if you can take the sovereign of the... I'm sure they'd have some kind of cool, like, uprising of the fungus or something. I'll work on it.
I rolled a 12. I'm going to add that bardic inspiration to that, which is a 7. So that would be a total of 19.
That hits.
And that's going to be for 9 slashing damage.
Nice. You take it out. Hey, take it away. Tell me how this looks.
What kind of shape mushroom is it? We'll kind of like slash it down so it's like nice slabs of mushroom.
I got you. Collie Wobble, you slice perfectly through this thing with your meat cleaver, and you just see that this stack of this like sovereign mushroom creature slides off into a stack of like perfect steaks, like mushroom steaks, ready to throw on the grill. These blood-sucking evil mushroom creatures, you're taking them out, you're protecting the woods, and yeah, there is no moral conundrum here. Okay, awesome.
And there's one more mushroom like next to me.
There is, yes. You can take your other attack.
Yeah, I'll take my second attack.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 slashing damage.
Okay. 8 is going to do it, had 6 remaining. So same thing. You're serving it up. All your time spent in forest kitchens is doing work. Okay, I do need you now, as these things explode out into spores. You do have your air bubble. That's interesting. Now, air bubble doesn't explicitly say anything about, it's just like you have fresh air, right, inside the thing. So I'm going to say you have advantage on both of these checks, these con saves.
Do I need to make that roll too, since I think those are the ones that I'm right by?
Yes, because you were using Thunderwave. Yeah, that's true. You only have to do it once. One of these creatures isn't the one you were targeting. But Collywobble 2 times.
Okay, first one is a 16. And the second one is a 22.
Okay, nice. You are only going to take half damage on these.
Sorry, you said that was a con saving throw?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless
you said 17 and 22, right?
I said 16 and 22.
Yeah. Okay, and you want to use your shield reaction thing to... Okay, I'm going to say you can do that for one of them. So, because you succeeded, so that's... I'm going to say quarter damage again. Or no, that's no damage. That was the nat 20. Okay. Oof. Okay, awesome. So, first one, nothing. Second one, 17 poison damage. What did you get, Zip?
17.
17. Okay, so you succeed, so you're going to take half. Oh, sorry, half of 17 is 8 damage for both of you.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So yes, there are only 2 of these things remaining: Fuzz, then Vola.
Perfect. So there's 2 left, and what are the last 2 doing? Sorry, I've kind of lost track of where they're at with all this.
Yeah, no worries. One of them is fully entangled and is kind of looking like not much of a threat, especially seeing that it's sovereign. You see that it's kind of just like kind of becoming more inanimate. Okay. And then the last one seems to be quite like is kind of like raging out a little bit still, trying to go for so the one by Collywobble died, either Collywobble or Zip. Zip's in the air, I think. So yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna pick the one that seems
more aggressive.
Folks, should I go for the cheap hit on a dex target, or should I go for the one that's kind of raging? What do you folks think? Which one I hit?
I mean, I definitely have a preference for an easier hit. You want to leave one for me.
Leave the easy mark for you? I got you. So I'm gonna pull out. Fang reaches into their pouch and they pull out a little marble that where's the sling? And they just kind of hold in their hand, palm up, and they're going to cast catapult on it. And that little sling is going to shoot from their, the little sling bolt's going to shoot from their hand and go straight for that rain-paging mushroom. And I'm going to cast it at level 2 as well. So
Awesome.
the DC on that will be for, do I get an extra because it's high level? Nope. DC Dex 14 saving throw.
Okay, I'm so ready. And it doesn't matter. It gets a nat 1 because of our lovely donation. You sling this thing and it just gets owned as it just crumples through this. Turning into a nice grating, perhaps something to dress a dish with. Okay, so you took the harder target there?
I took the harder target, yeah.
Okay, so that one's gone. So we just see this one that is restrained. And Vola, that's your move. You can feel the connection with the woods that you've spoken to and these roots and stuff like that, and you know that it is like holding it in that place.
Okay, I'm close enough to melee attack it, right?
You'd use your movement, but you can get there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think I'm going to move up towards it and with the moon touched rapier try this one more time. And before I do, I'm going to just talk to the trees whose roots are holding the myconid and just thank them and wish them well now that we're getting rid of their little infestation.
Okay, get them. Yeah.
Okay.
You look.
That's an 8.
Which is a crit. I don't know if I have anything. Anything, audience? Lovely.
Oh, wait, it's restrained. It's restrained.
It is restrained. You have advantage.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you.
And that's a 16.
Oh, beautiful.
This is good.
Hey, Vola, get this thing.
Okay. I'm going to just look at. I assume it's losing sentience even as I'm staring it down, and I'm just gonna try and do a little mask of Vola,
A V. Incredible. Did you roll damage?
Yes. Damage is
D8.
9.
9. Awesome. It only had 8 HP left. You take this thing out, V, slice through it, and Vola, you feel as it just relaxes into that or whatever. These things themselves are this hive mind thing, and it is controlled by something sinister deep down. But that is a problem for another day. For our heroes today, they gotta rush back to put on a really good feast. Okay, sweet. So we're gonna take a bio break. That was super fun, y'all. Also, I'm addressing the audience. Thank you so much for all these donations coming through. We really appreciate it. And I hope everyone's having fun so far. And excited to put on quite the show. I hear there's gonna be some pyrotechnics. So we'll take Blair, you can let me know, but just 10 minutes perhaps. And meet back.
Thank you, 10.
Thank you, 10. Is that a cook? Is that a chef thing?
Theater.
Kitchen thing? Theater. I wasn't there. I don't know what to do. We can chat. We can fill time until Blair tells me what to do. So why don't we? So the party heads back to town. You talk with. Scoop everything up or whatever. Everybody gives the boar scratches. They tell you about it.
Why? This was all working. Oh, it's back up and working now.
Can you hear me now?
I should be able to hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yay, I got a yay.
Yeah.
Does that mean a yes?
Yeah. You got.
Yay!
Sorry,
Okay.
it looks like I'm seeing confusion from the people that are on the stream. You guys are out. You guys can go
Okay.
have your bio break. Get out of here. You guys were switched out a while ago, so go. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, GM Shane and the Matey 8 crew for the fun first half. It was awesome seeing you tackle some mushrooms. I hope they turn into ingredients in the second half. And your little fiery doggo. For those of you just joining us, welcome to Andrea's Adventures. We're super excited that you found us this weekend. We are raising funds for the Canadian Cancer Society. There's a couple of ways you can donate. You can donate directly to the Canadian Cancer Society. Just scan that QR code you see on the screen, and it will take you to our donation page. And your donations have in-game perks for our players and our GMs. As you saw, our GM just had a natural one foisted upon him. So, yeah, you could cause a little chaos in the game.
I'm going to give a shout out to that one. That was NB Sparrow that did that one.
Thank you, NB Sparrow. We appreciate it. And everybody else who donated so far, we really, really appreciate it. I can see our total is up to $13.39, which is awesome. That's just the total through our Tiltify. Let me just I closed the auction. Let me just check our auction total here. Auction is at $28.95, so that puts us over $4,000
for something.
That puts us over $4,000. So thank you, everybody. Yay! I'm so excited. We're doing so good, and it's only Friday. That's awesome. It really means a lot to me. For those of you who may not know the story behind Andrea's Adventurers, we started as a Relay for Life team as a way for Blair and I to sort of fight back against cancer, because 7 years ago I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Unfortunately, this last year my cancer returned, so I'm currently living with stage 4 breast cancer. I'm doing okay right now. I just went through 6 months of some really hectic treatment. As you can see, I did lose my hair, but it's starting to grow back. But now I have a bit more normalcy, and that is thanks to all the fundraising that we do to help fund cancer research and find new treatments for folks like me who are living with cancer. Let's see.
Oh, someone noticed your earring change.
Oh, my earring change? Yes. I have so many awesome dice earrings, and I don't get to wear them very much because we have a little 1-year-old who likes to grab stuff, and I don't really want an earring pulled out, so I am taking the chance to wear them all this weekend while baby is being babysat. So, yeah. Welcome to our stream. I was talking about the awesome things that our fundraising goes to. So today, about 64% of Canadians who are diagnosed with cancer will survive at least 5 years after their diagnosis. This is up from the 25% back in the 1940s, which is a huge increase. And we want to see that survival rate keep going up. The funds we raise will go to research, which will... my brain just farted there. The funds we raise today will go to research that goes into finding advances in the early detection of cancer, and it also helps to find more precise, less damaging ways to deliver surgery, radiotherapy, and drug therapy for folks living with cancer. Over 1.5 million Canadians are living with cancer and beyond, up to 25 years after their diagnosis, which is an amazing stat. And we're here this weekend because we want to keep improving those numbers. So folks like me and everyone out there who has been diagnosed with cancer has things to look forward to. So that's awesome. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for all your donations. We are really happy you've joined us. As I just mentioned, you can hit us up and make a donation and cause chaos directly in the games this weekend, or if you would like to get some excellent geeky goodies, if you head to andreasadventures.ca, we also have a silent auction. Just click on the bid now, and we have more than 60 items of tabletop goodness for you to bid on. We have dice, we have handcrafted dice, we have handcrafted dice bags and jewelry. We have RPG books. A few of them are games that you're going to see this weekend. I believe Goblin Quest is one of them.
Yeah, Goblin Quest, Pigeons 11, or
Pigeons
have both
11 are donated
by the respective publishers.
We also have some awesome swag signed by Emily Swallow, who was the armorer in The Mandalorian. So definitely check out the silent auction. And speaking of Emily Swallow, we are also working on the Dice Roll Challenge. So she started it a couple of days ago, and she is challenging everyone out there to roll a d20 and whatever it lands on to make a donation towards a cancer charity of your choice. So we hope you'll roll your dice and make a donation to Andrea's Adventures this weekend. Earlier, someone decided to do a D100 challenge. Thank you, our friends at Roarcat Reads, which was awesome. And so go on social media, take a video, and post yourself doing that, and challenge your other friends to donate to cancer research. We would really appreciate that. Yeah, how's everyone doing out there in Twitch Streamland? I see Go Team loving the earring change. Yes, as I mentioned before. These ones I'm currently wearing are handcrafted by my friend Lara at Ink and Bee. She makes the dice as well as the earrings, and they are amazing. She has some of her wonderful handcrafted dice in the auction as well this weekend. It's exciting. We're halfway there. Owl on a bear. Can you see an owl bear?
There's two.
I have
showing
two
the big
owl.
chunky,
Oh, he's showing the big chunky.
the gelatinous cube. That
Oh yes, there is an amazing gelatinous cube. It is neither of these ones. Actually,
There's
there's
two of them.
two
There's
in
two
the
of them.
auction.
the layered one is amazing looking.
I have seen both of those chunky gelatinous cube boys at Lara's booth, and they are amazing. And as you can see, both Blair and I
And they
both
have two full sets of dice.
have some.
The
already
rainbow one that's on the auction does not
because
have
they're
dice
awesome.
in it.
It does not, but it
the
is
other one does.
spectacularly
The other one
layered.
has rainbow. And then the owlbears are there's one owlbear behind
Yeah, I
you.
have owlbears behind me.
And there's those two
not that you
stuffed-
can see them, but
And there's the two stuffed ones behind
Yeah.
you as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've been cut off. You can't see them.
so many cool things my bank account don't like to bring me joy. Yeah, I get that. I want to bid on all of the things, but I have limited myself.
Alright.
Is our team back?
They're all sitting down,
Our team is back.
and I think they can hear me. We can't hear them because I muted them all again. I'm such a shit.
Okay.
But we can bring them back with you, so that way I can make sure the audio works while you're still on.
Okay.
Okay. I've got them live. You guys are live. I will allow participants to unmute themselves. So you can now unmute
Hooray.
yourselves.
Hi.
Alrighty.
But your audio is your
Hello,
audio?
everyone.
Oh, it is coming through.
There we go.
And you can hear it properly, not through our speakers. I fixed
Aw.
I don't know how long he's
Alice.
joining us for.
Here we go.
Hi, Osmodius.
Everyone is very excited for
Asmondas.
just this cat.
You might see Pancake coming up. She's been eyeing the chair kind of
Ah.
suspiciously. So, all the familiars tonight.
All right. We're good to
Alrighty.
go?
Yeah.
Tack has
So
gone to get a snack and water themselves, and then he'll probably be back pawing at me shortly thereafter.
okay. So
Unfortunately, no
Echo.
fuzzy friends over
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
there's gonna be
that's-
Echo
Happy
for
that
just
you
a
can
moment,
share
and
yours with
then
us today. Yes, welcome back to our game of cooking and culinary fun here in Bulbury in the Valley of Promise with our fun adventurers. Once again, let's go around the circle. Just for new people, for yourselves, just say your name, say your character's name. Sorry, around the circle makes no sense. Let's start with Reuben. Collywobble.
It's
Please.
Reuben. I'm playing Collywobble. He's got a big frying pan as a shield and a cleaver as a battle axe.
Awesome. What about Fuzz?
I'm Flux. I'm playing the wizard bugbear who goes by whatever four-letter word starts with an F. Trying to roll those 8s all day long.
Mediates. Hashtag mediates.
Hashtag mediates.
Yeah. Okay, Xtina.
Hi guys, I'm Xtina. I am playing Zip, the blue-haired, baking-loving fairy who just, really wants to make friends with this weird dog that we've just encountered.
Yeah. Wonder what that dog's name is. And lastly,
I'm
Yeah.
Vola. I am the pink and purpley haired, very tall half elf who's not very good with her sword.
yeah. Okay. Our camera returns over to this valley. We had a bit of rainy weather, but we see that the clouds start to clear again and the song plays. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go.
Whoa.
You'll never shine if you don't glow.
Hey.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars breaks the mold. Thank you for your donation. And I can do that again for another song for the easy breezy, if you are able, donation price of what was it again? Someone can comment that. It's very
200?
generous. Oh, 200. Great. Thank you so much. I will make an ass of myself every time for that. Okay. We return. You leave the woods. Our characters have just encountered these magnets. I'm going to say you can all take the benefits of a short rest as you go to plan here.
Ooh.
So in our first act, we created this amazing berry me dedicated to the wealthy individual that we were trying to take their money that is coming to town. And in the second, or in our middle part here, we have uncovered some new ingredients after this interruption. But I want to know what the players are going to do specifically with what has transpired. What do you want to do? So similar to what we did before, we'll get a new initiative check, and I want to get you tell me what you're doing. And remember, we don't have to worry too much about the number 3 because we're going to be doing that big pyrotechnics spectacle situation. So just right now, what's the idea? Start with initiative. Why don't Zip? Why don't you tell me what your initiative was?
Oh boy, my new initiative is going to be
Fresh niche.
21.
21. Nice. Okay. And Reuben. Sorry, Reuben's not here. Collywobble.
I got an 18.
Okay, awesome. And Fluff. Nope, that doesn't work.
Flag.
Flag.
Flag got a 14.
Okay. And
That's
finally, Bola.
With advantage.
Yes. What was the number?
18.
18. Okay. Sorry, it just glitched. Okay, awesome. So Vol and Collywobble, you have the same initiative. You can decide amongst yourselves how you want to do that. But we'll start with Zip. So Zip, you can present a plan. You can start things off, guide people in a direction. Tell me what you're doing.
Okay. So does anyone want to go meet the really cool dog? Because I really want to meet the really, really weird looking cool dog. But other than that, what goes good with alcohol? Because I think candy goes great with alcohol. And if he really, the guy, the Duke's partner, that guy, if he really likes candy, I think candy's a great idea.
Do you have any like recipes or anything that you are particularly fond of making right now that we could assist with?
Do I have any recipes? Of course I have recipes. And she has this bag that's just filled with candy that she's been making. It's like a variety of hard candy and chocolate and like taffy.
Is it all like just mushed together in the bag?
It's probably melted together at some point. It's a conglomeration.
Candy homunculus.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just kind of this giant, like jawbreaker-ish shape because it's been in the bag, so it's sort of spherical. It was at one point separate, but she hadn't thought that far ahead. Because again, she's not very smart.
It wasn't a bag of holding. It was just a
No.
regular bag.
Yes.
Well, is there anything we can do with these mushroom steaks that I'm precariously carrying into town?
We could
Probably
candy
not
them.
the candy. Candied mushrooms?
Candied mushrooms. Candy onions, right?
Can I like? I guess I need you to tell me what I have to do. Can I like taste a part of the mushroom? I guess?
absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, y'all are doing such a great job working together. I'm going to say, don't even worry about the initiative thing. I feel like I just kind of did that as a way to set up, but like, I love what you're doing. So, yes, you can absolutely taste the mushroom. Yeah, perception check, I'd say. Like sense, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
On it.
Who's eating who now?
Oh, that is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Wow. I'm going to say that with a nat 20. Hey, congrats. Not quite a mediate, but congrats. You know that this might be poisonous if you were to taste it before even touching your tongue to it.
Cool.
Remember? But you are getting a nice smell from it at the very least. But you think that it would need to be prepared.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely not raw, so no mushroom salads. Cool. Liking the candying idea more and more
Yeah.
by the moment.
A little brown sugar, a little like a chocolate glaze, a little balsamic or something on that.
Okay, so all right, we've got an idea for the mushroom steaks. We want to go talk to the cool dog. I feel like we could probably we have the makings of an excellent variety show here. We really, really do. And I know that we've been thinking about what we're like brainstorming, but like we don't have to pick and choose. We can do it all. We can just show what Bulbury has to offer in the best way possible. And that could also be the really cool dog.
Yeah.
I also am a little interested in learning more about this dog. I was very confused by it.
Maybe it can do tricks.
Ooh.
Yes.
Other than charging at people and being frightening.
It finds mushrooms.
Are we
It
gonna
wasn't
run
that
into
scary.
the
They were just
hunters
playing
the way we're walking?
fetch.
Sorry.
Good.
Sorry,
I'm
just
a little uncertain there.
Oh, I was. Are we gonna run into the hunters and the dog pig the way we're walking right now? Like if we.
yeah. So you've left the forest. You're back by the river. Tavern's over there. You're by the lumber mill there, and you see that they're putting it kind of like they're stabling it right now. Like they're calming it down or attempting to, and it seems to be relaxing slowly. If you want to go talk to it, absolutely.
I mean, I think we should probably just quickly double check with them, just like what happened initially to lead, to get us from point A to point B, because maybe that would be a factor in if we decide if the cool dog is going to be in the show or not.
Okay.
So we might need to chat.
Yeah. Okay. The group walks over. Who wants to talk with the hunters?
Were you guys trying to play fetch with your dog with the mushrooms?
Oh, hey there, Zip. No, not fetch, but Ozeman here. Yeah, has a bit of strong sniffer, as you can see. Did you just call Ozeman a dog?
Yeah, it's a weird dog, but it's a dog, right?
It's a pig. Or a pig.
A dog.
Probably lost in translation. It's probably a common to Sylvan thing. Anyway, yeah. So Carpenter Gen explains to you that what essentially happened was got a whiff of some truffle out in the woods, which you have discovered is the myconid creatures, and just charged out there. But yeah, and says to you, yeah, my cousin for the big event said, if we needed help, this is the best one for finding the best stuff. So we were looking for food. We wanted to get through the winter. Ozeman's been helping out. But anyway, thanks for your help back there. I got kind of dicey, literally points at Collywobble. And yeah, so how can we help you?
Does it do tricks?
Does
he do tricks?
His tricks?
Tricks?
What? Like fetch and like flips? Can't do
like rollover kind of.
Like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm gonna cast minor illusion and just like create like a hoop.
Yeah.
Like you would use to like jump at an animal show kind of thing, and just be like,
Okay.
could you get it to like jump through that kind of thing?
I mean, I could. What do you think? Just says to it. It looks confused in this moment. You don't think it's ever been asked to do tricks. Does that mean it can do tricks? Remains to be seen. Would someone like to make an animal handling check? And you can take advantage because of the cool hoop.
Here, can you hold these?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Takes them and then immediately gives them to Funk.
Alrighty. So we're gonna jump through the hoop. I'm gonna kind of like give an example. Be like, all right, now let's go 1, 2, 3, and let's jump through the hoop.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
And I know this doesn't already add advantage or anything, but I think Zip throws the biscuit that she was gonna try to give it earlier, just through the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's definitely gonna help. So yeah, with the help here, okay.
So I got a 15, and you said with advantage.
Yes.
Well, there's an 8 that comes up there, so we'll go with the 15 instead.
Okay, yeah.
8.
That's true. That is very true. Interesting. This is a meaty pig.
We'll throw the meaty 8 through the hoop, and
We
then
need like a
we'll use the
good
15.
thing to do with a mediate. Like, chat, this is your time.
Yeah, this is definitely your time. Please inspire us. You see that this pig, not too rambunctiously with a 15, but does go through the hoop. It does. How big did you make this hoop? It must have been quite large.
By rules as written, it's 5
It's
by
an illusion,
5.
though, right? So you see, it makes an attempt to go, and like it does make like a little hop as it tries to chase that biscuit. This could be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And you said it was like on fire.
Yeah, the top of it is on fire. I mean, like just like a nightmare.
Does it?
Ooh. Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Does it like catch other things on fire?
You think that is fire, and it would catch other things on fire for certain.
It could set the fireworks on fire.
Ooh, as part of the trick, jump through the hoop, and then like we'll have the fuses on the hoop, and then we can.
Yeah.
Bada boom.
Right. Okay. Putting a pin in that one.
Okay.
And so the folks who are Tanner, was it? Sorry. The hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they trained this pig to hunt truffles. Like this is not something that they do normally.
That is pretty much it. And you think that this pig is like from a far off land and it's
Right.
basically been like gifted from a friend for like a time,
Okay.
or like from a family member. So basically they are getting the grips, and you think that one of you could like take over in an attempt to like train this pig quickly for show business if you needed to, or other things.
I'm thinking like long term with Bulbury. This is like an excellent thing from like an agricultural perspective. This
Yeah.
is an excellent addition to the small hamlet.
Definitely. Yeah.
Hamlet.
Yeah, better. Yeah. Oh my God. This is certainly not a hamlet. This pig. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna say, yeah, great. So animal handling check, great. and we'll when we put everything together at the end, we can see it. Also, there's been a donation from Sean. Thank you so much, Sean Munro, for $100, and that is to give the GM a nat 20. So I'm just gonna put that in my pocket. Put that in my pocket, and you guys can just sweat. This giant fiery pig. Okay, great. Okay, so what else do you want to plan? And let me know. We can take that nat 20 if you want from the perception check from earlier for the contributed ability checks for later on. But yeah, let me know what everyone wants to do.
So we've kind of started talking. We've got like food kind of in the works. We've got a show that we're moving towards and recruit. Do the hunter guys have any talents that they'd like to showcase at the variety show?
Ooh, can they jump through the hoops? I'm just kidding.
You say that, and the Tabaxi does. They introduce themselves as pulling up the list. Katcha, and Katcha, Hunter Katcha, she does a backflip through this made magical hoop, and says, "I have a couple of tricks I could
We love
provide.
to see it.
Acrobats.
Perhaps a little gymnastics routine. I'm gonna make a roll for her. She goes to run and is confident in this moment and is like, and Vola, you know this feeling from, you can see it in people's eyes when they're like, oh, this is my break. Like, I've been doing a job that isn't me, and like, I think I could do this, and is going to try and handspring over the pig. Does anyone have a passive perception of 13 or higher?
I have 14.
I have an 18.
You are both able to see that she is not going to make it over the pig. What
Bardic
do you do?
inspiration.
Bardic
All day.
inspiration. Okay.
Ooh.
She does add a lot to this, but she wasn't gonna quite do it. Okay, Bardic inspiration, D4. Sorry, D8.
A mediate.
The meatiest D8.
Ooh.
That's an 8. That is a mediate
Ooh.
on the D8. All of a sudden, your music just, and you're like, I see you. I see the talent. I see the potential. You know, manager mode comes in, and she flies over the pig.
Amazing. Spectacular. We love it. Why would we waste any of our time trying to train this pig when we have got a incredibly talented acrobat with a previous relationship to the pig? Brilliant. Would you like to be in this amazing variety show to help Bulbury?
Oh my God, please, so much. I've wanted this my whole life.
Amazing. I will point out all of the folks that you need to talk to. It'll be great.
I thank you. You just can't. I just can't thank you enough. Okay. All right, Piggy. We're gonna go work on our two or pig and cat show. And they're gonna go off unless there's anything else you guys want to do with that.
Beefy's kind of like nodding along, but they're not very good with animals per se. So they seem to be writing a list of different things type thing and just like crossing them off, thinking of it as they go.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of prepping for the big X factor.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was what I was saying. Atmosphere. So far we've got the show, we've got other things in the works, but we need to like set the scene, and if we're going to be in the center of town, it means we've got like a little bit of space to play in open air. So speaking of open air, person who flies, do you have any cool ideas?
Okay, so we could do things like stuff with fairy fire. We could do things like put in cool like foggy areas of like fog cloud, make it spooky. Wind, if you want like some cool like windy ambiance.
What
Probably
time
don't
are
want any
we
kind of
slating
sleep.
arrival?
You, for the purposes of the game, or is
Yeah,
there
for like what is it,
time of-
twilight? Is it late afternoon? Like what time are people meant to be getting here?
They're going to be coming. It'll be like, yeah, would be around 6 o'clock. I would imagine. Yeah, the sun would be starting to set. But if you can also place the show at a different time, if you want it to be at arrival, that's awesome. It would be with the setting sun, so it could be beautiful.
But just thinking that like as the sun's going down the fairy fire and fog clouds could look really, really cool as folks are walking in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Fifi or Fuzz or Flix kind of chimes in and says, I can set up earth and water and wind and fire to help enhance with shape water and mold earth and a bonfire because everyone likes bonfires, marshmallows.
The Avatar.
Ooh.
Sorry, go ahead.
I should note I cannot do both a fog and fairy fire at the same time, just
This
in
is a
case you're
good note.
wondering.
I mean, I can do minor illusion, and I can also I have major image as well, which I'm save like we could do something cool there, but I think major image we should probably save for show.
X Factor.
Yeah.
I agree. I have major image too.
Okay, so we could do something really cool.
Yeah,
I have
but
lightning. I can do lightning.
Shocking.
But mold earth and shape water lasts for an hour, and I can do 2, I think, at the same time.
Yeah, lightning will just
Sorry.
be looking cool, but it'll be very fast. It's
Okay,
definitely
so
not a
we
long
have
term
we have
thing.
all right, we've got like special effects, atmosphere. Obviously I'm going to be performing in the variety show, but is anyone else interested in performing in the variety show of this little group?
Might be you.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
too.
and the your opener is a tabaxi with a hellbore.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so that
Cool. Dig
might
it.
be headlining
Alright.
the show. Yeah. Yeah, and X Factor, what's that one about? It's just chilling there. So I will say that the party, really the only like kind of missing piece here is perhaps hospitality. How you want to, receive and make these people feel welcome and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Do we need to like sing at them in like a welcome to our town kind of way?
That sounds.
Or is that going to be creepy?
That sounds a little creepy.
You can
might
make
be
history
unsettled.
check to determine if that is something that they would know.
Roll for
Little-
small provincial town.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like the Shrek like
Yeah.
thing that's
Duloc.
playing. Duloc, yeah.
Duloc is da, 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 da. Yeah. Or like Schmigadoon, if anyone's seen that. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the rest of the ability check scores for this. So Vola, great perception check on that mushroom thing. We're going to keep that nat 20. That's awesome. For Collywobble, there was a 15 on the animal handling check. We can keep that, or if you want to try for something more, I will give you that opportunity. Or unfortunately, it would also mean perhaps something less. Zip, I'm looking for, kind of what you're doing and also food, what you're up to.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a good 4-letter word.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm really trying.
So we can't use the skill we used before. So I can't use a charisma skill. So it'd have to be strength, dex, intelligence, or wisdom.
You can use a charisma skill that it just can't be the same. It can't be persuasion, I think you used last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could still use deception, intimidation, performance if applicable. Yeah.
We could intimidate them into liking us.
If you want to go that route.
No, not at all. All right, let's see here.
You like the show, don't you?
You like it.
Knowing what I think Zip would gather about any information she has heard so far about these nobles, could she like use insight to glean the way that would be best to sort of make them feel at home here?
That's a great call. Absolutely.
Okay.
And what's Fuzz gonna do?
He's kind of finished his list for the big X Factor, and it's going to be helping with those major illusions, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Makes them in the shape of X's.
But also goes to Zolo and goes, I can help with performance. I can tell a funny joke.
Cool.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Okay, so Zip, what'd you get on that check?
That was a 14 plus 8 for a 22.
Wow, very nice. Okay, Zip 22. Vola, do you add anything to that nat 20 with that perception check?
I think it was 4.
Out of 4. Okay, I'll just write that down for my math purposes. Okay, so Fuzz, is that meaning that you'd like to make a performance check to work on your your type 5, or are you wanting to make more of like a spellcasting check to work on your major image?
I'm gonna focus on that major image. Do you mind if I do Arcana?
Arcana's great.
Ew, ugly 9. So I'm gonna use that inspiration that we have so much of, and
Awesome.
re-roll that. There's our nat 20, our raw 20 finally
Ooh.
hits. So 26 for Arcana.
Woo! Nice. That's amazing. 26. Okay, well done. Yeah, why don't you give me a little descriptor on that? What are you doing with this major image here?
I think we were all going to kind of talk about what we're doing because Volo. So little quick scene there maybe. So Volo, what do you do for X Factor major? Make illusion pretty.
Well, it's about the 5 senses, right? So you need to. That's how many there are, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
kind of.
I have 6, but we can move along.
right. So you want to have something going on that we can hear. We want some visuals, like maybe some light play. So I think it will depend on how and when we want to use the major image. So if we would like to do, because we potentially have the option to do it more than once, we could do it towards the beginning as like a welcome, part of like perhaps a welcome number. I don't know. I have a pretty high perception. I could probably convince a lot of people to sing.
Oh my gosh, flash mob.
Persuasion. There it is. But we could do like a really like gorgeous kind of ethereal, yeah, like Twilight, almost like fairy court vibe.
At the beginning. At the end, though, when the firework go off, Fido have large creature in sky going to make. Very pretty.
Oh.
Firework goes off, and then big large creature in sky
That would be
swoops
really cool.
around, dropping the candy.
Ooh. Candy dragon?
Not a dragon. That was already on list. Already crossed off.
Oh,
No
okay.
griffin either. Those silly. I'll think of creature. No problem.
Right. Candy something. Love that idea. Love it. Yeah, let's definitely do that. That's great.
Awesome.
That's an excellent finale.
Yeah.
You should go into show business.
All my jokes are puns. Not very liked.
That does really well, oddly
Ooh.
enough. Like really, you will sell out across the world for the next 30 years.
Ready or not, here I come.
Okay, did anyone else see that? Okay.
Make a performance check real quick there, Fuzz.
My good old -1. If I had a +1, it would have been a meaty 8, but it is a lesser 6.
Lesser 6, unfortunately. Yeah, you see there's just somebody walking by right as you're like about to hit that punchline, just sneezes really loud and says, "Oh, sorry." And no one, I mean, party, you can do whatever you want, but everyone around, like just moving about the town, nothing. Joke right over their heads.
You're baking me crazy. And walks off.
We're gonna workshop
You
it.
just hear, "Ah!" And it takes one person away. Yeah, it's definitely the person that's training the pig. Okay, awesome. Cool, we got our checks for that. Act 2. And finally, we're planning our Act 3. So the sun begins to come down. A lot of you have gathered. Perhaps nearer the gatehouse. I remember comments of welcoming was important, right? And figuring that out. And so the gatehouse is where the guards are held, and a lot of like the stables and stuff like that. And there's a great spot too. Like you see that the guard captain is like, I don't really deal with this, and he's pouring drinks for everybody that offers. I don't deal with this kind of stuff often. It's mostly just creatures coming out of the woods, but honestly, for the protection of the city, this is the most important thing of the year. So no nerves or anything, but wishing you all well. Yeah. Oh, we got a cat. We got a visitor. The tabaxis, they're everywhere.
Just for chat, I'm sorry. The reason I look like I'm just looking around like crazy is because my cat has got the mad zoomies and he's racing back and forth between me. He's 15 pounds. He's a large cat. It sounds like there is an apex predator landing next to me and then taking off every 15 seconds. That's why I'm like this. I do apologize if it's distracting.
Yeah.
They're clearly communicating because mine's doing the same thing, and he's like 17-year-olds and the same weight, just going nuts at an hour earlier than possible. So something's going on. Obviously, the mycelium network is connecting all the critters right now.
Yeah, that must be it. Where were we? Okay, yes, and so you are currently at the gatehouse, and you, you're basically everyone's kind of in like what would typically be like a war room kind of vibe, swinging dark, dim light up above, and it's like we got to figure this out. Like Ocean's 11 music plays, like it's like you got to nail this plan, and because you know that any minute the Duke's welcoming or the wagons and stuff will be coming in just
When-
from the road.
I rolled that 22 earlier. I think it was a 22 for the insight into how would be best to welcome them. What kind of
Yes.
insight do I have into that?
Thank you for reminding me. You think that the surrounding area, and specifically, so with the Valley of Promise, there have been, as I mentioned earlier, these sudden incidents of just like Fey crossover. I don't know Zip's story, where Zip is coming from and that sort of thing, but that might be how you have gotten in, when it like over time, over the past few years, like these terrors and these sudden portals have gotten more and more extreme and random, and I don't know, how does Zip feel about that?
I think for Zip, it's like Zip has been on the material plane for so long that, in reference to her own life, that she doesn't really know how to feel about it, in the way of like she thinks it's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
she doesn't necessarily think about it in like a negative way.
Yeah, totally. You think that there are some people who are afraid, and that's just because they don't really know. And you know that, like in setting the situation, you know that people from Seedham have been a little more removed from that. So you could go a couple ways with this. You could take the approach of, okay, maybe we keep like sudden surprises, magical things to a minimum to soften them, or maybe what they need is a welcoming, like let me bring you into this culture. Let me show you why this is so cool. And you think that with hey, you're a great cleric. You think that you could take this either way.
Yeah, I think the second that she has the let's do some magic chaos because of just
Yeah.
who she is as a person, she's like, we're doing magic chaos, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I have the best idea.
So I'd say with that insight check, you think transport them into a world. Bulbury is already covered. One of its quirks is there are flowers and vines that grow everywhere. There are these little things named after the halfling bellflowers who founded the town. These little bell-shaped flowers around the town that you can use to communicate to one another, to call the guards. It's kind of a mystical place, despite it being here on the material plane, and it is just asking for that little fey touch. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just need to like fey it out. Like we just full fey it. Just do it.
Okay. We can do that.
Awesome. Okay. Act 3 begins. We hear from outside, you hear the wheels of a wagon approaching. What do you do?
Ooh. Does that sound like a royal wagon? What kind of bearings do they have on there?
You want to make a perception check?
Yeah, like
I love that.
got to mediate on deception.
Hashtag mediate, roll it out. I did see it. I don't know if you guys are watching chat too, but everyone was going off and it made me so happy. And this is how memes are born. So you see Collywobble, you stick your head, immediately you go into survivalist mode, right? Remember being back in the woods, you put an ear against the stone, the cold stone of the gatehouse, and you hear nothing through the stone walls. You hear the crunching or whatever, but you have no idea. The rest of you see that there is a window right beside.
It's just a little up, like higher up to the
I might walk over to the window.
Hey,
Yeah.
great. You look out the window. You see that it is a closed style wagon. You see that it's being pulled by a couple horses. They look
Wait,
nice.
where are we? Like, where are we?
Oh, sorry. The gatehouse is like you're basically like you have now walked across the town. You are near where like the first place where people enter into the town. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you're inside that gatehouse, just looking out of one of the windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So-
I can't see the cart.
You can see the cart.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Lovely.
You can see a cart, but you don't see any people. You see a driver. They just seem to have, they're like wearing a robe. There's the two horses. They're nice, well-bred horses out front, but you can't see like a duke or anyone like that. It's just a seal.
And it's just one cart.
And it's just one cart.
These are not one cart people that we are expecting. This is not for us. Like,
So you mentioned that there's these bellflowers that are kind of everywhere. Are there any that are around the gate?
Around the gate itself.
Mm-hmm.
There would be. It's like most locations have at least one. So you could get one, there's one like 15 feet from you, as well as
Could-
one inside the gatehouse. Yeah.
Well, so what I kind of want to do is could I use thaumaturgy to create a sound from the bell of it like kind of like ringing them in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of like
So-
a welcoming like bell. Like you know in like
a,
movies
like
and
a wind
stuff.
chime or something.
Yeah, like something cool, or like in the movies where it's like something important happens, and so the bell tower goes off, and it's like kind of like a cool, like theatrical welcome to our area thing.
Yeah, I love that. You make that little chime sound through, so imagining, a megaphone or microphone, through the one that's in the gatehouse. This is typically how the guard captain receives messages, and it just comes, and you make that sound, and it is heard throughout the town. All of a sudden, as they pass the threshold into the town. And I'm going to make a roll. On a 5, Vola, you looking out the window, immediately see the figure that is robed panic upon hearing this bell sound and jumps up. And immediately you see that they are much shorter than they appear. The robe falls off and we see a goblin underneath the other one. And they shout, like, "What are you doing? Why are you jumping in? It's just a freaking bell." And said, "It scared me." And then they immediately draw their bows. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
just like yell back to anyone who's waiting, like ready. Like, no, guys, stay at ones. Stay at ones. We're not ready yet.
Got that raw 20 again for a 22.
A raw
Flip.
20. 22. Okay, Collywobble.
I got a cooked 20 for 22.
Ooh, I also got.
That means a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't get
nice. Hey, congrats. Zip.
Are we using cooked or raw for dirty
Cooked,
20?
cooked is nat 20. Raw
Okay.
is
Cooked is nat.
dirty. Except that seems backwards,
That's
right?
backwards.
Yeah, it seems backwards.
Okay, we're
Raw
flipping them
20
from
is
now
nat,
on. Yeah, we
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. So I got a cooked dirty 20. It's a blackened 20.
Stewed 20.
Stew 20.
Oh, yeah, so if you end up, yeah, okay, got it. Okay. Finally, Vola.
21.
Holy. You
We're
all rolled
on
20 or
20.
higher. So you immediately jump into battle, into the fray of this situation, with getting all over 20s in initiative, which has literally never happened to me from a party. You immediately can tell that these are people in disguise. These goblins tried to break in. They wanted to like steal the food and that kind of stuff, because they knew that there was good things happening. They probably stole these horses as well. What does Collywobble do?
I'm gonna rush over to that guy that's driving the horses and
Yeah.
are
You see that it was
still, like,
two. It was a
moving?
goblin on another goblin, so there are two of them there now. Of course. Yeah.
Is like the wagon under control, or is it like
It's still rolling.
okay, let's stop the wagon.
Okay, cool.
We'll do that first.
How you gonna do that?
So I think yeah, I'll jump up there and I'll like push them off with my frying pan and just take control of the reins from there. So
Okay.
I can make a push attack.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can even
Shield
make.
master shove.
Oh, okay, cool. You want to use your shield and get it in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I like it. Okay, sweet. So that would be like, what does it ask you to do in that ability?
If you take an attack action, you can use a bonus action to shove the creature with your shield.
Okay, cool. Let's get an athletics check. I have a DC in mind,
Sure.
and I've accounted for your shield. So yeah, let's just get that strength athletics check.
We had inspiration, did we?
I mean, I haven't been keeping great track of it,
Okay.
but I'm sure you did at one point.
Because that was a 1.
All right, very good.
Oh,
Yep. Okay.
Wait, do
Interesting.
you have inspiration?
I don't know. I lost
Do you
track
want
now.
inspiration?
It would have to be a whole new roll.
If somebody
maybe
would
not.
like to give their inspiration over to Collywobble in this moment, I will allow that.
I think I still have mine. You can have mine.
So generous.
Hopefully we won't. Okay, it's a 16.
Okay,
So that's
nice.
not terrible.
Okay, 16, you are able to, with them or whatever, you're able to like kind of get in between the horses, divert them, and with that, and like lock in your shield and stop that momentum. The cart wasn't moving very fast. It had already slowed to enter into the town, but that's enough to just like stop. And then the horses just like catch themselves and they're kind of just like fussing at this point. So yeah, so that is your bonus action. Or was it an action?
It was a little. I don't know. I don't know how far away they were. If I'd have
Yeah,
to run up.
let's go
to
with
them,
that.
so.
I'm going to say that was your turn then. Okay, so I totally messed up the initiative order. Typically this auto sorts what I use, but it did not. So I will now go to Fuzz. Sorry about that.
No problem. Let's see here. How many goblins have we seen? Just like the 2 type thing?
Just the 2, and then the cart remains closed, or the wagon.
Okay. Are the 2 still like in the same 5-foot space as the wagon? I'm thinking a bonfire here and just light it up.
Heck yeah.
So the bugbear wizard goes, "Fuzz, fizz, flux, folk, funk, I hate goblin scum," and storms out and starts off with a good old create bonfire on top of the goblin cart, kind of try and target both sets of goblins, but he really hates goblins, so he's going to up that up, but a cantrip to a 3rd level spell. And
you aren't able to upcast cantrips. Yeah, you only get.
Oh,
so
it levels up with you. Yeah. So never mind.
Exactly.
At level 5, it'll be a 2d8, but it's a Dex 14 for whatever the bonfire starts flaming on.
And you're targeting the 2 goblins you can see that were in a trench coat.
Yeah, that way I can hit the most there and scare what else is in the clown car. Because when there's 1 goblin, there's 2. When there's 2, there's 5.
Okay, there we go. They're making Dex saving throws.
Yep. Time to get cooking.
They both fail, so you can roll your 2d8.
Thank you. So, we got no dirty 8s, but we got a 6 and a 6, so 12 fire damage for those 2 unfortunate gobos with the bugbear charging at him.
Okay. Just a second here. Okay, you completely roast them. They go and are not breathing.
Meat's back on menu. Lord of the Rings call out. Had to do one.
Okay, Awesome. Next in the initiative is Vola.
So the two that we could see are crispy.
Crispy.
Cool. So and I'm in the gatehouse right now. I'm not like
You are in, but you can also see this through the window.
okay. So I'm gonna like lean out the window and just like yell loud enough for anyone inside the cart to hear me, and just be like, you know what, now is really not a good time, and if that was any indication, you might just want to like turn around. Like we'll give you like a 5-minute head start, like just take off up the road, maybe like leave perhaps. Do you want to do this really?
Would you like to make an intimidation check?
Okay.
Bad timing.
The 19.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna roll an insight check for them. These headstrong MFers rolled a nat 20.
Okay, well.
And you see the one of them steps out of the cart holding this crooked, like cut up scimitar, has a chef's hat on, this big beard that looks partially singed, and they like toss like a ripped or like a burnt apron off, and they say that they're like, you're meeting the butcher goblins and we're gonna cook you all up, and they do not yield from that. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Bad choices today.
Super bad choice. Everyone else in the cart so nervous.
Sorry, was that an action, the intimidation, or
No, actually we did make a contested check there. I will say that that's your action, but you have your bonus action available to you.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to do the no, I'm not. Okay, so what Vola is going to do after just sighing incredibly dramatically and just annoyed, is going to step outside of the gatehouse and misty step to the top of the gatehouse, if we can do that.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome. You get up there. Okay, sweet. Then finally, because we had Collywobble go earlier, Zip.
Sweet. She very quickly, into one of the bells for actual communication, goes, everyone should remove their ears from the general location of a bell very quickly.
Oh, no, what have I done? What have I given you? No.
And she just kind of like slides the window open, flies outside of it. Her eyes are kind of glowing a little bit at this point with some like thunder energy. And she's like, we would have just shared food if you had come inside and asked nicely and just wanted to be a part of the fun festivities. I have friends that are goblins.
We were just trying to sneak in. Your friend roasted us.
Yeah, I can't control other people's actions. That'd be rude. Oh no.
Put that guy in jail.
And then she casts Shatter, which
oh no,
is just like basically amplified by the bells. It's just like she uses the magic energy within the bells to help cast this thunderous thing of Shatter, and she'll upcast it to a 3rd level.
This burning cart, like already starting to smolder. This guy jumps out, throws off his apron, has this butcher's scimitar. He is like diving, and then time just slows down for a second as you're lightning. You just like summon a storm and boom into all the bells. Okay,
I have to make a
roll that damage.
Throw.
Yes, I will roll for him. The cart is done though, and everyone in it is gonna have a hard time.
Are you deciding whether you want to use your nat 20 or not?
I was deciding, and it's not time. It didn't feel like time. So that's a 4 on that con saving throw. And Sweet. From the people inside, that's a 5. I'm
Great.
glad you guys are rolling great.
Let's see. It goes by up by 1d8 for each level above it, so that's gonna be 4d8 thunder damage. Let me just go ahead and
1d8.
actually, I think I still have some of my class features, so we could just kind of make that max damage. I think. For my channel divinity. So what's math? 32.
32. My gosh. Okay. Just quick maths over here. Yeah, I mean, I did do some describing there, but please, Zip, take it away.
Yeah, so like I said, she just kind of like uses the bells and then amplifies this energy after she gets mad at them for being rude and not just simply asking to come inside and
Yeah.
enjoy the festivities.
Trying to be
And
sneaky, yeah.
Yeah. Like the most Fae I think any of you have ever seen her be. That, you know, she's upset that they have crossed some kind of boundary they didn't know existed because there's rules to these things.
Yes.
And so it's just this explosive, thunderous energy that still somehow smells like brownies.
Hey, we love the brownie touch. Okay. Kaboom! Cart explodes out. We see the boss essentially of the what I call them, the goblin butchers, butcher bandits, whatever, butcher bandits. They just goes flying and like right beside you there, Vola, just like splats against the wall, slides down.
I'm on a roof.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
And splats right beside you. And then and like is like knocked out as far as HP is concerned. And then two other ones go launching out back into the woods along with their friends. And you see that they're like holding the knocked out bodies, the scorched bodies of their friends, trying to treat their wounds while flying through the air.
Very Looney Tunes.
Yeah, super Looney Tunes. It's getting zany. We're reaching that hour. Yeah, and you guys did it. Just insanely high roll initiatives. There is nothing to worry about here. And Vola, there is you got a bit of a, not prisoner per se, but one of them landed right there.
This was the one that was dressed like a chef, yes?
Yeah, he was.
Right. How do you feel about tableside guac, my friend? Answer very carefully. Your life may depend on it.
Why's it got to be tableside? Guac should be one of the main features.
Amazing. Right. So, how do you feel about employment, gainful? This is like not talking about potentially like just like making you work. But if we go off of this roof and chat with my friends and just, make sure that this is all cool, like are you feeling okay about running the tableside guac section tonight? For the event, and at the end of the event, we'll load you guys up with all the food that you can carry, and you can meet up with your friends in the woods. I'm sure they will be ecstatic to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you for this opportunity. I've been looking for employment. It's been really hard for me and my boys out in the woods there. We got to apologize for coming on in and just, doing our thing. We're just trying to make a living out here. And we heard that the Duke is coming, and we're hoping to pick a few pockets and maybe make a little meat. But yes, of course, I would like to help you. I hurt so much.
I'm going to cast Healing Word.
You know what? I don't even worry about it. I forgot that someone donated for potions. If you want, you can just pull out 2 potions and feed it to this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 1, and then we'll get down. And then
great, absolutely, yeah. He doesn't need to. This guy, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm pretty tough. I'm on fire, and I can't hear out of this here anymore. But I'm gonna make you the best darn guac you've ever tasted.
Amazing. Super glad that you are not going to need both ears for that.
Zip flies down behind Vola and just does the eyes. I'm watching you.
So scared. So scared of Fuzz too. I mean fire. And just like flinches when Collywobble gets near. Just so strong. Just full hero mode. Got in there with the shield. So you guys got a little assistant chef. That's pretty cool. Way to turn that around. Act 3 begins. Let's make ability checks. You see the carts coming down from the way. I need to know what everyone is doing in this final thing. I want you to describe what this show is going to look like. We've had lots of plans today. If you need any reminders, please just ask.
Is the cart still on fire?
This
Or is
cart
that
is
dealt with?
exploded. Yes.
Okay, it's all gone. Okay.
Yeah. Well, people run over to start sweeping it.
Okay.
You see, caretaker Laurel runs over and it's just like, okay, this isn't great. This isn't a great start.
So, Firefest, you said that you could like make stuff out of earth, right? Could you make like banquet tables, like earthen banquet tables that like look like shabby chic? Like it's nice. It's rustic, but it's not rustic with a lowercase r.
Sorry, you were talking to one of the NPCs?
It was me.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Fire
Sorry, I called him
Festival.
Firefest.
It's okay. Firefest. Love it. No, my earth isn't that good. I could make a 2-story building with tables and chairs to sit in and eat, but it would take me 10 minutes.
Okay. Right. Okay.
If it could be open concept, it might work. It'll be up to how the power comes out of the magics.
Okay. We were wanting to save your major image for the show, so we're gonna do like the kind of do you want to do fairy fire, and then I can minor illusion some clouds, some like foggy clouds, Zip?
Sorry, I spaced out because I was still mad about the goblins. What?
Oh.
No, that's perfect.
Valid.
Zip. Come on.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah, sorry.
despondent.
Fairy fire. You said you're good with fairy fire?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that'll make everything like look all pretty and glowy. And how far are you gonna let me stretch rules written for minor illusion for this?
Oh, we're gonna stretch away.
All right.
Yeah.
I want like an entranceway that you walk. Picture the movie Ever After, Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore's perspective, walking into the ball. That kind of like lead up to the center of the town, but like instead of a carpet, like just like foggy clouds and like fairy fire. It's so pretty. Someone in this town must have druidcraft. Please,
I
let
do.
there be flowers somewhere. You do?
I do.
Amazing.
I'm transported.
Aren't there pretty flowers on like the archway?
So, yeah, this place is loaded with
Can you
flowers.
make them
In
bloom
fact,
like actual flowers?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's so Bulbury is like one of the main commodities is the florist. There's Botilda that works there, which maybe Vola has some history. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. It is the sister of the previous Fallon person. So anyway, I'll let you do what you want with that. But if you need the best, she's there to talk to. So okay, we are wielding magic. It seems like in this case, Fuzz, did you want to do like spending time building out like seating arrangements and stuff like that, using your magic to do so?
I'll pop off a couple like the quick mold earths and shape water to like reinforce their entrance.
Cool.
And then if you let me stretch Golder's Tower into just like a 2-level seating arena for viewing.
Ooh, that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
So-
you're casting some spells and stuff. We'll start with you. I'm gonna say, so you did make that Arcana check before. Is there something else that you could use in this instance as you're using the magic, like present? You could do a performance check. You could do.
Let's see here. I just lost the character sheet, so one
Yeah.
second. There we go. I think I did perception last time.
Mhm. That first time, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe can I use some survival to like kind of look for the right points in earth that can be melded and molded, the secret spots of water that can be pulled out to put on pretty crystalline displays, because I can make ice things as well with all that, and the right spot for the right view for that big tower, Fink's Tower, we'll call it. That is 2 levels of pretty much seating for to see the show and get snacks.
It's all
we'll
about those
go with
snacks. That
all about the
candy.
snacks.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I love it. Let's get that survival. So +4. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a 15 going there for that survival
Nice.
check. Nice solid roll.
Okay. So solid. Sometimes you just gotta be solid, you know. Or like me and roll 4s and 5s the entire game. Except that
We're
nat
okay with
20,
that.
it comes out of nowhere, and ultimately results in him getting a job. So I guess it worked out. Okay, sweet. So and Zip, you are Zippity. You're doing all the do's and dahs and flowers and such. And
Yeah. However long you'll let me stretch fairy fire for, I'll upcast it if I need to. Just like the cool like lighting along all of the different
yeah,
inanimate objects, sort of like glowing in different
my
colors, and
gosh,
druid crafting and like just kind of pinging on each flower with druid craft and causing
yeah.
it to bloom.
Okay, cool. To me, this is coming across as like another Arcana check or like nature or something. What works for you there? Yeah.
Let's see. I think both of those are bad, but we can hope.
Okay. If you have something else you want to pitch me, please do.
Could I help? Do you have like the help action?
Yeah, if you want to kind of like work in tandem here, you will also need to make your own check. But so the two of you are contributing together here. So work with take the advantage.
Could I argue
we'll
it's
go from there.
performance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then at
This
least I'm
whole
not
thing is
sucking a negative.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a 18.
Okay, cool. And you can roll with advantage because Vola was nice to point out all these things and
18 still.
help with the ideas. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Fuzz, you got a 15. Zip, you got an 18. Vola, in this moment, you were coaching, kind of. Yeah, what are you thinking? For your check here.
Well, I mean, so right now this is like the kind of like stage manager part of the thing where we're like looking at what still needs to be done and doing that and helping whereas. So I don't really know what to roll for this. I could roll Arcana. I don't want to roll. I can roll performance, but I would prefer to roll performance for something else. Actually, wait, is this the last like skill check?
This is the last
I'm gonna roll
skill check.
Performance.
Yeah, that is the interesting thing. Because I guess, how does that work? Because then if the show happens during the event, it's like you want to be doing it then, but no, this is it. This is it. It's just gonna be role play from here on. 22.
25.
25. Whoa.
15 with a +10.
Mic drop.
Much like my real life, I've poured all of my stats into charisma.
Yeah, I feel as I just open this and it's full of clothes and guitars.
It's like my house.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Okay, and finally, Collywobble. What are you thinking in this moment?
All right. I feel like maybe I had a rivalry with this this butcher gang here. Like, all right, let's see your chef skills to the test here. In the kitchen. So yeah, I do have the chef feat. So I'm gonna cook up a storm while let's get this. They've got the visuals under control, but let's get the scents going with the delicious foods cooking.
Okay. Yeah, Collywobble, you enter into the kitchen provided by Denova at the Bows and Roses Tavern. You see that there's this person. His name is Gus. The town just calls him the boy because for some reason he just can't seem to shake that teenage voice. He's there to help you, but he is thrown aside as your old rival, Butch, your goblin bandit guy, walks in and looks at you with those eyes of like, I know you're chef, and he just nods and says, chef. And then gives you a predator handshake. Just, let's do this. Okay, make that roll. Please take advantage. You absolutely, as taking the chef's feat, go for it. Yeah.
Survival for cooking?
Do you have proficiency with cook's utensils and that stuff?
So yeah, just proficient. Yeah, it would, if you have proficiency with survival, it would end up being the same stat.
Yeah, I'll just roll that one.
Great.
With advantage.
Please.
21.
21 for Collywobble. Yeah. What do you cook? So you have all these things to work with. What are you cooking up?
All right. Let's play it on the dangerous side with some of those mushrooms. Let's make them safe to eat.
Well, it's nice to know the roll, like what you got with the roll before choosing, eh? Yes.
No, it was always going to be the mushrooms.
It was always going to be the mushrooms. Let's be real. Nice. Yeah, you got that. You have some of those fried from the vine blight earlier, some like fried crispy bits and stuff like that dressed on top. Some of the candy provided and for like a sugary brown
the secret
fried
ingredient.
Yeah. Like a nice sauce in it. Yeah, this looks delectable. And
they won't even be able to tell it's not meat.
I'm just gonna file that away. I'm gonna file it. Okay, incredible. So I'm gonna take a moment here. You're welcome to role play, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna do a bunch of math. That is essentially me calculating how you guys did based off of the stuff that I have, and then we will have our Duke Arrival party. So please, stage is yours.
Stage. Do we have a stage? Right. Okay. Start working on that in some meaningful fashion.
Well, they can just sing on the platform that the Duke is on. It'll be fine.
That the
Sing
what is
to
on?
the Duke.
It's a performance area.
The performance area.
We have like a town's square area. It's kind of clear. It's like, it's just not elevated.
But the seating is elevated.
Seating is elevated. So we can have a Colosseum style.
Yeah.
Or like the globe.
Ooh, let them fight.
No.
I mean, what are you doing?
Everything's gonna be all right.
Yes. Yes, it will. Still gonna like fuss about and maybe be like surreptitiously kind of like looking around for Bonetta's sister. I can never remember Bonetta's sister's name, but she probably hates me, but the lady with the flowers.
Botilda.
Botilda, yes. I'm
They're
just like
all
kind of glancing
bows.
around for Botilda, just seeing if she's around.
Okay, make a perception check.
That is a nat 20.
Mm.
Why am I only getting nat 20s for stuff like this?
You know that she is around. In fact, you know that she is looking at you right now.
Right.
And so it's that rare moment where you can present yourself in such a fashion and create a bit of a story before even talking to a person.
Right. So I'm going to look towards Botilda very deliberately, as though I've been looking for her, which I have. And I'm just going to walk up with purpose and say, Botilda, so lovely to see you. I have been looking for you all day. We must have just keep like missing each other, I guess. I don't know. But you do such lovely, lovely flowers. I'm just wondering if you have anything just extra that we can maybe dress around this like sunken stage area just to, show that it's a stage.
Yeah. I'm going to say nat 20 perception check, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Just like ignoring if she's glaring at me.
I think when you actually address her, I think she's a little like shy in this moment and is like doing busy work kind of thing. But
that is a 23.
23 is very good. As she looks up and says, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any ideas? What do you need?
I don't want to put you out. Just whatever you have available that you think would work with what we've got going on, and just like gesture around. Like it's a bit of a like, come together mission here. So whatever you think well represents you and Bulbury, and we will absolutely call you out to all of these lovely folks who are going to be here. We are not going to pay you an experience. I swear I'll pay you. We're gonna figure that out like later, like later after the immediate crisis has passed.
Of course. And flowers are a lovely thing, but if no one's going to be able to eat and enjoy, then Vola, I know what you like. I know what you are. I know what you do, and I feel like you and I come from a similar mindset where there are people in this world, like your friends, that are so important and keep us going. They keep us alive. People put in this world to keep people living. But then there are us, people like us, who give people a reason to live. You know?
I do. I
Yeah.
really do. You're an artist at heart.
I like to think so.
Mm.
I'm kind of partial to these ones myself, and holds a basket up. She's not being very subtle. You see that the flowers, the petals, are colored like your hair in this moment.
Oh, right. Okay. Did I just run through this whole family like Tomb Raider?
I mean, up to you.
Right.
Yeah.
They are stunning, and they are exactly right. You are an artist. You really are.
Okay. Well, I'll get some of the assistant stuff, and we'll get this all set up, and we'll make
Amazing.
a beautiful flower-filled stage.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Don't be a stranger.
I will try not to be.
Okay. I need one more scene from you guys, and I'm gonna try and not hop in because I am so distracted. You are all so fun,
Sorry.
and so incredible.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's great. It's great. Just doing maths. What's Collywobble? Oh, so Collywobble's doing the cooking. What's Fuzz thinking in this moment? You've been conjuring up furniture and stuff like that. What's it like spending time with all these Bulburians?
You know what? He's kind of like, it takes a good 10 minutes to put up the tower and like getting a few of the finicky stuff. And then he goes in to check on Collywobble, glaring at the goblin a bit. And he'll give Collywobble a hand once he's done doing the outside prepping, like, okay, that'll go there. And just kind of glare at the goblin a bit. And then smile at Collywobble nodding as they continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, just that moment of understood respect. I love it. And
Let us be friends.
allow us to be comrades. And Zip, what's Zip up to in these like last few moments here?
I think Zip, once the magic is kind of set in, and she's just sort of concentrating on everything that needs to be concentrated on after most of the flowers have been bloomed that need to be, that she was directed to go take care of, sort of flies down near where Collywobble is, and as she comes up to both of them, she's like, "Oh, Frog, how is all of, like, the creation going for all the stuff?"
It is good. Tower is set, and I'm ready for the big thing at the end, and lots of swirlies for wind and sand and water. Do we want a bonfire anywhere? I could throw a couple of those around. I
She
like
kind of
fire.
like eyes the goblin for a second, then looks back over.
And I'll push over a tray of like graham crackers and marshmallows and chocolate.
I think a bonfire is good, but maybe
And
we
just
stick
continue cooking
to
stuff.
stick to these with the bonfire as she holds out the s'mores materials.
We need a hoop. We can light.
Ooh, true. There is still a hoop that's needed.
Yes.
Caretaker Laurel is running by with a couple of the guards. Yes, just you could put it back in the forest, I suppose. Dispose of it over there. And you see that they're carrying the remains of that vine blight that you guys took care of at the beginning of the game. This strung up strong vines.
Perfect.
Anyone good with plants?
Yeah. Well, and they're moist. They can keep it burning,
Hmm.
Just needs some oil.
Collywobble, just in the middle of cooking.
Actually, I have something for that. I took that alchemist jug.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's conjure up some oil.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
That's incredible.
It's the most
Inconceivable.
flammable stuff you've ever seen.
It's
Don't
just the
drop this.
mayonnaise. It's just the
Yeah.
mayonnaise from the
Oh.
alchemy jug.
Yeah. So yeah, the guards, you see one of them is a Goliath. You know this to be guard Boulder, and he starts to hold it up, and he's just like, all right, piggy, it's all right. They're just like holding this oiled thing and trying to like hang it and place it high, just like over the pig. And then the pig just sneezes and it ignites. Ready to go. And the light of the fire, like sparks flicker out, and you see it as they like go and turn into these like purpley and blue misty bits. Someone casts fog cloud out. There are other magicians here, as you know. Magicians, mages, cards. And you see the twinkly fairy fire that you've maintained this concentration just embraces these old stone, these 300-year-old, like beautifully kept. This is a town that's really embraced the overgrowth, and probably why it's called a lot of you here. It does appreciate that. And we have all these lovely flowers. You have the stage set. We have this beautifully crafted natural kind of like amphitheater seating arrangement situation with like this main pit for our Duke. And yes, you were right, Vola. They don't arrive in one cart. They arrive in 5. And you see 1, 2, 3. They roll into town. They're welcomed once again. If you would like to, Zip, make a little bell sound. You are welcome.
Yes, this time she does it again.
Yeah. Ding. Or is it more of a...
Wait for it.
I'm so sad I couldn't hear that. Could you hold it a little closer to the mic?
I can try.
Just hit it nice and light. Got a little something there.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah. Come on, try.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay. We're gonna fix the settings for next time. Okay. And they come in, and they're a straight like a roll out the carpet moment. 2 cornet players come out and are playing the horns. You see that very conveniently same key as the bell chime. It's a whole like Disney musical thing where you're like, things don't actually make that sound, but like for some reason the magic is like manipulating things into just this long song. And you see this individual steps out. They are a half elf. This is the Duke of Seedham. In his arm, he has his partner, Mr. Radrick, who wears like a nice suit, less of the kind of like royal robes of the first individual. And immediately he's smelling the air, and he whispers something to his husband, the Duke. Zip, you're welcome to make a perception check.
I sure will.
Eavesdropping.
Oh yeah. +8, so I believe that's going to be a 24.
With a 24, I think you're able to hear just a little bit through. Maybe he's a little too close to one of these flowers. You hear Mr. Radrick say, "Oh, it smells awfully sweet here, doesn't it? I wonder if they have anything. Oh, you know my sweet tooth." And they chuckle a little bit.
I think that if she can at that moment just kind of like try to blend in with the crowd and like offer a candy at that moment, like on a tray, like some candy on a tray.
So a hand just pops out of the like crowd. Yeah, it's like welcome thing. Here you go, candy. Cool. Make us let a handshake.
Sure. Where is that for me? Okay, I'm not bad at that. Nice. 18.
18. Okay. Gets in there. You're able to maneuver through the people, and this candy is presented to this person. I'm just gonna roll to see if they trust taking random candy.
You've got puppies too.
They say just kind of generally like, they're looking around. They can't really see you through it, but they thank you, and they grab it and hand it to like their like, assistant that's following them.
Yeah.
And it's like for later, a dessert of such. And they continue to walk down. So they're welcome into this like area you've made. You've done a pretty darn good job there, Fuzz. And I'm going to tell you how you all did now for our first chunk of the act. The mead, what was it called again? Noble something?
Nobleberry?
Yes, the Nobleberry. It comes out, and on a tray and you have it presented with your beautifully designed gold thing, and it is offered to them immediately. They get the like nice like kind of like flute glasses to have with it. It has a couple of those berries like within, and it's poured, and you see that they go to sip it, and they seem rather pleased and kind of look to one another, and the rest of their group are then offered. The Duke is kind of like, okay, everyone can have it. Sorry, of course someone poison checked it. They obviously have a guy for that anyway. And
Have somebody purify food and drink.
yeah,
There we go.
so
We're good.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, exactly. They just have like a mage that's just like, yeah, scratching. This is what I'm here for. They pay me way too much for this.
One spell. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
Yeah, you guys see that, and I know I avoid the isms, but there's a bit of classism happening, and yeah. 74 is the total that you guys got. With a 74,
Ooh.
that is a good result. 75 is a great result. So one away on this first act. The berry mead is lovely. It is enjoyed, and everyone is settled in this moment. Act 2 begins. If you recall, in Act 2, we were training for the opening slot. We were training our major image. We were doing our bore, our the tricks, and you were checking for poison thing, which came up with maybe just then or whatever. Why don't you guys describe to me how this all comes through? If somebody would like to take the lead or something, what's the first thing that goes on for this show, this welcoming show? Is Volub perhaps the MC?
She definitely can be, yes.
Doesn't have to be.
No, I'm balancing. I'm trying to like not
Yeah.
overtalk everybody, but yeah. I guess I'm gonna cast I think probably minor illusion to give the like a drum roll sound.
Oh my god, amazing.
Wait, actually, wait for it.
Okay. I can't hear it.
It's another Frankie instrument. So is the tongue drum, actually.
Thank you, Frankie.
So heavy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so give the like the build up, really set the stage. If like I don't know if any of us have control fire, but one of us does. Maybe they will take the cue to be like, oh, we're about to start, and like kind of dim like a little bit. Just to, like, dim the
Oh,
lights,
gotcha.
thing.
Yeah. Does anyone have it?
Or prestidigitation?
Yeah, that does work technically.
Anybody? No.
Prestidigitation will work.
Okay, yeah, you start to kind of, oh crap. It's just a cantrip, so it takes like kind of a long time or whatever. A little jank, but the vibe then settles in, and the fairy fire lights kind of take over that glow.
Yeah, we were gonna have the pig do the jump.
Okay.
Is that or
That's
yeah, pig do the jump?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna walk out into our little amphitheater and kind of just wait for the natural crowd to quiet. But you know, the way that like a performer who is like very confident in their crowd control abilities will just like walk out and just wait. Adele, picture Adele.
Adele. It's
She
Adele.
wishes.
Yeah.
Me. She here is me, not Adele.
Do you have disguised self? Is that what you're doing, or?
No, so sorry.
Okay.
I'm like a mental picture of like when.
Oh,
Adele
okay,
walks
gotcha.
out.
I thought you just straight up cast magic and you are Adele on stage,
No,
which
that
would have
would
been okay. Anyway.
Though
Okay, cool.
I think
Please continue.
I think we're gonna cast. I could cast major image now. To do the like set a tableau. So. I think for the major image, as we walk out, I want to like really give the impression of like somewhere between like fairy and the like maybe elemental to really play off the say the color scheme of the pig.
Yeah.
Like picturing like kind of like a Renaissance tableau, almost like layers. It's all illusion, but it looks like that kind of like layering thing you have in old films where they're setting like the forced perspective of like. Do you know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it almost looks like you're looking at like a stage, like a literal like a theater stage that is being set up, but it's all like all of your prop pieces are magic.
Yeah.
And I just welcome Deke Duke Xtina,
Yeah.
to Balbury and just thank our lovely guest for being here and introduce everyone that has participated in this, which is our little group, but like everybody, and just do that big please round of applause for everyone here. Welcome. That's
Sit a round of applause. Thank you. Let's get it. We can get it in chat there. Incredible. You do this and you see that, you welcome the first act onto the stage. And yeah, you see like immediately the tabaxi comes out, like does a couple flips and crowd's amazed, and then kind of like gets down low and crawls towards the edge, making kind of like, it's like chuffing noises, I think it is, River, and like kind of calling out to something, and then you see a big footstep comes out, and you see the biggest, fieriest dog, I mean pig, step out. And everyone's just like, there's like a kid that's like in the front row that's just like, oh my god, like it seems like a nephew or something of the Duke, and is like turns and like to head into the robes, and then the tabaxi like welcomes the creature like with a soft hand around the face and like gently caressing away from the flames, and it seems to dull the flames where it does touch. And the Mr. Radrick points out to the kid, it's just like, no, look, like it's okay, this is just that. And they have this amazing routine, and it starts with her doing like flips off of the guy to get through the hoop and that kind of thing. And then finally, I was gifted this a while ago. I was waiting for the ideal moment to use it. I think I want to see this pig jump through a freaking hoop. This giant fiery pig. Nat 20. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to roll just to see how it was. So yeah, I'm glad it wasn't that Nat 1. So it scales and jumps through this hoop majestically, leaving a trail of fire in its wake that settles on the stage. The moist flowers taking it, and it's just like... everything relaxes for a moment, and then they depart off the stage. So with Act 2, y'all got an 83, which is a great result. So congrats on that. That is the highest one you can get. I mean, I don't think anyone... Yeah, it's literally, unless everyone got a 25, pretty much literally impossible to get a 100. So that's fine. Yeah, and you see that they are immersed in this moment, and clearly, like, no insight check required. You can see that they are just like obsessed with this town and did not expect this. Finally, Act 3, we have our pyrotechnics that go off. The fog cloud rolls out into the audience. Smells sweet. We see individuals wearing nice, fine wear, but still humble of its Bulgari origins, come out with these platters, these silver dishes, and reveal a glistening mushroom steak, and it's settled down, and they look at this and say, and chef, you do walk out to beside the Duke's table, and he looks up at you and says, what is this?
You won't know it's not meat. It's the finest mushroom creature we've slain earlier. Finely seasoned with local seasonings. Pairs well with the
Mole.
No very.
the mead from earlier, yes.
Well, we'll see about that. He cuts into it. Takes a bite.
I maintain eye contact.
Yeah. It's exquisite. Full Shia LaBeouf in actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf stands up, claps. Everyone else knows that they have to clap, and is amazed by this, and says, "Bring out your final act." We have 2 minutes. I will say we are cutting it close on the timeline here. Give me just a quick spiel. You can take whatever you want. You basically have the wish spell. What do you do?
Ooh, right.
And if everyone wants to join on stage, that's great. Lay us out here.
I step out. I call all of the people who have helped with this. Just like call them up to stage, and like just like sling my arms around them, and we start swaying and singing in a way that like encourages others to join in. And right as like the crescendo is coming up, I cast pyrotechnics on the hoop, fireworks explode.
Yep.
Beautiful all over the place.
There's a call lightning behind the fireworks. It like helps like make it streak behind there.
Yes. It's amazing. I'm sharing the spotlight because it is this night is not about me. It is about us.
Yeah. It's about the town.
It's about
Everyone
us. I'm in the
comes up on
center.
stage. Yeah.
I need to make that very clear. And I'm
Oh,
slightly
yeah, for
stood in
sure.
front of people, but it is about us.
Oh yeah. So,
There's an extra glow around you.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, Fuzz standing taller than most of the crowd, the predominantly halfling village.
Fuzz.
Y'all- Yeah.
Fuzz throws up, one of the pyrotechnics with catapult up into the air, and that bursts forward into a Hydra goose, which was suggested in the chat, and I've been sitting on this for 3 hours. I kid you not. A Hydra goose with multiple heads, cobra bird and all that, dropping little golden eggs of the candies that were created. Feather following them down and using the Starfall staff to make them all flash lightning off of each one, since they're clearly attacking him, and that ability to work. But your golden goose Hydra is laying their eggs over the town, blessing everything.
One of them. You see this girl run out and says, "Daddy, a goose, my favorite animal." It's like, no, this is a Hydra goose. It's better. There's many heads, and it's just squawk, 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 awful.
Its name is Lily, and it is friend.
And with that, with the sound of the crackling thunder, y'all got a 79 on the last one. Another great result. Guys, you have really truly impressed me today, and I had so much fun. And thanks for making my first time a really good time. And yes, and we're gonna call it out. Yeah, thank you, Andrea's Adventurers, for this opportunity to do this and to raise some money for charity. It seems like we had some people pretty excited about it. Yeah, if there's any like last moments that you guys want to do, that is great. But the Duke, things settle down, and the Duke pulls you aside and says that I know that all of you had much and set you up with whatever you need, a permanent stage. I will give you funding where you need it, and we will take care of the people of this wonderful town.
Awesome. Thank you, GM. And thank you, team. Thank you, the Meaty Eight. We really appreciate it. That was a really awesome adventure.
Yeah, that was super fun. Okay, well, I think if there's nothing else, we're going to hand it over to our lovely hosts. Is that all right? Okay. Outros.
$1,349. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you
That's
so much.
awesome. What a start.
Yeah. Please. Plug your channels and that sort of thing, where people can find you. And go ahead. Do you want to go first there, Christina?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, thank you so much. Remember to keep watching, keep donating. This is going on all weekend. There's going to be lots of very cool games. Not all of them are going to be D&D, so you'll get to check out and listen to a lot of different TTRPGs that are happening. If you want to hear more of me, myself, and I, you can find me on the Agents of Damage podcast. I also run our social medias. Or you can find me personally at Rikachu across the internet. You'll actually see a couple more of the players and DM for campaign 2 this week. Player Hoshi will be DMing a game tomorrow, and then Drew will be DMing a game on Sunday. So super excited to see them doing it. I think Vola, you might be playing in Drew's game.
I am. No, Vola won't be, but someone else will.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Very excited. This is my
Awesome.
first live play, by the way. Everybody.
you did awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
very-
same.
This is great. Thank you
Yes.
for having me.
Yeah, you did great. Was there anything you wanted to talk about?
You can find me on Instagram at other_Jess. I am performer at large. I do a lot of different stuff. I'm on. I do things, art stuff.
I feel that. Bard life.
Yeah.
Okay, Reuben.
Hey, thanks. I'm Reuben from Diabolical Dungeoneer. Got some cool stuff in the auction. I think somebody was
There's a bidding
Many
war
other
going on
people.
over that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. there were threats in the chat earlier. I was like, oh, yeah. No, I love Adventure Dice, and Andrea and Blair are great. Just yeah, let's raise as much money as we can for this.
Canadian Cancer
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Flux.
Just a quick shout out to Ethereal Ash, who got me in touch with Andrea's Adventures. Like, this literally was like a week and a half ago that I found out about it. You're all doing great work. Keep donating. Keep throwing those D20s at the DM and the players and the health potions and the bids. Because do I get the one F word? No, I won't take it. F cancer. Which is another 4-letter word that we didn't use. But fuzz out.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah. They said it expertly. Please keep donating. It means so much. And yes, for me, if you want to find more, and also if you want to get free homebrew magic items that you can use in your own games, you can find me at wondrouswhatsits. There's a bunch of cool art stuff there, and message me, and I'm down to create concepts with you. Yes. Okay. Enjoy the rest of it. We have some pretty cool sci-fi-esque stuff coming up, I hear. So I'm going to throw it to our lovely hosts. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you so much. The media. I was much more clear when I did it the first time and nobody could hear me because Blair hadn't done the sound yet. But thank you, GM Shane, and thank you, Mediate, for your awesome session. We really appreciate it. And thank you everybody who donated to this crew for their awesome in-game perks. I know they had a lot of fun with them being thrown at them. So yeah, thank you. So I'm going to say goodbye to this team so Blair can do his magical switchy work and get the next game loaded up and ready to go. So bye, crew.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.